Hello and await no longer. This is the Trophy Room pre-show. I'm currently locked out of my Apple account. So while I unlock myself so we can start this show, Kyle Stevenson and Teegan, they're gonna guess this game.
Why are you choosing to log in now?
Well, it's my ADHD.
That's fair.
He said, "Oh wait, there could be a way where I."
That's fair.
Sorry, I shouldn't have put the thought in your head.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm happy with the gang's all back together this week.
It was nice.
So happy. I miss you guys already.
Same.
Seriously, same.
Like, how do we live so close and so far away?
I know, right? It's insane.
Yeah. And truthfully, we really do. We live all so very close, but yet
In the grand scheme of the US, we're like right next to each other.
Yes,
but
exactly.
also, I'm a half a day away.
Yeah, I'm probably 3 hours away from Joe.
Yep.
Light, I think we're 8 hours away.
Yeah,
or
like
something
6.
like that.
Something like that. Yeah. It's
Oh,
nuts.
Yeah.
Nisa says, "Hey Kyle, I got at least 2 people to watch the 6-1 Indie Showcase." Hell yeah, Nisa.
Yes.
Hell
That's
yeah.
tomorrow, right?
That's tomorrow. Big day.
What did Mike spoil on there? He said you're like, way to spoil it, Mike.
Yeah, you didn't watch it?
No, I was
All right, you know what?
chaotic.
We're gonna take a second. We're gonna take a break from
Okay.
Guess the Game, and I will share you that video.
All right. Sponsored by 6-1 Indie.
Mike is a son of a
our
bitch.
rates are $650.
Oh, really?
minute.
That's our rate? Okay.
So you know. Let me see.
He is a madman. I love him very much, but he's inviting chaos.
Oh no. I love this kid. All right, let's do it.
Oh, hold on. All right. Also, I like the very
Of course, he's
prominent
holding a
Celsius.
Celsius
Uh,
with the logo out. Like I know what he's
Exactly.
trying to do.
yeah, and I'm happy for him.
Let's do it.
Showcase airs
Uh-oh.
tomorrow. May
I can't hear
22nd,
it.
but
Why can't I
honestly,
hear it? Hold on.
I can hear it a little bit.
We can hear it at least.
I can't hear it. What?
And I was the one having the audio issues
Isn't that
today.
right? Ooh wee.
May 22nd.
There
but
we go.
Honestly, I'm sick of waiting. I'm just gonna spoil the shit out of it for you all.
Secrets.
Silksong release date. We got it. But Team Cherry requires all viewers across 6-1 Indie channels, IGN, and GameSpot to complete a Legends of the Hidden Temple-like obstacle course before we're allowed to tell you what it is. Start stretching, gamers. Little Devil Inside. It's back. But unfortunately, the Pope, not a fan of the name, so it's being re-revealed as Big God Outside. Strange Scaffold has been working on 76 secret projects. They're all stealth-dropping during the showcase tomorrow. Celeste celebrates its 50th anniversary with Celeste Ouya Edition. Hotline Miami 3
Fuck yeah.
canceled. But we do have Hotline Miami 4. Finally, the one more thing. New GTA 6 trailer. Now you might be saying to yourself, Mike, you bald bastard, you are clearly lying. And to that I say, am I?
You'll never know.
Only one way to find out. Tune in to the 6-1 Indie Showcase tomorrow, May 22nd.
Shout out to Mike using Limp Bizkit's My Way as the background.
Showcase, IGN, and GameSpot starting at 8:50 a.m. Pacific, 11:50 a.m. Eastern with PD's Play Now pre-show. Listen, when this bastard pops up on your screen, don't say I didn't warn you. The 6-1 Indie Showcase airs.
Hell yeah.
I'm just saying. We got to see it early, and you
Gotta
didn't
see
want
it
to be
early.
there. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's right. Just saying. It gonna be pretty good.
I don't know. All right, let's guess 2 games, then let's get into it because
Two
again,
game. What a party pooper. We haven't been together in 2 weeks.
only 2.
Oh,
Listen, I gotta run downstairs, steal a man's email, and use it for Adobe at 10. Guy's a light sleeper.
All right, what are we thinking here?
Half-Life.
Half-Life? Let's go for it.
Don't ask me which one.
Not a bad call. Fuck.
I know this waypoint marker. Why do I know that waypoint marker?
Deus Ex.
That might be why. I like that a lot.
Again, don't ask me which one.
Let's see. Let's see.
Oh, there's more.
Mankind Divided, I think, is the only one I played, and if I recognize,
Hey!
Oh,
Let's go, Light.
that game. Oh, see, that would have given it away right there, anyways.
Yeah. What's his name? Adam Jensen, I
I
think.
think so. I literally only played 3 hours of that game, but
that was a
Oh,
wild
that's an
3 hours.
impression.
Oh my god, that's nuts. All right.
Oh,
The fuck?
This wouldn't be a Zelda, would it?
I was kind of thinking that. Yeah, I don't think so, but
I've never played them, so I don't know, but it kind of looks ish.
right?
I can't tell if this is like an overworld, like a big open world RPG, or
That looks like a bridge.
yeah, it's definitely a bridge.
Definitely. a
But how?
bridge.
What's the scale?
Yeah.
Big bridge or little bridge?
I'm okay with skipping and see if we get a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay. I retract Zelda.
Oh.
79.
Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom.
All right.
Damn, I really thought that was
It's a 360 game. Lost Odyssey.
okay.
Still Lost
There's that
Lost
little
Odyssey.
flower character. It's so cute.
Looks like a Pokemon.
No,
Damn it.
I liked it though. It is an RPG.
It is an RPG.
Why does he have a Nerf gun?
Yeah,
Is that a Nerf gun?
It looks
I
like
thought that
it.
was a sword.
If it's a sword, he's holding it by the wrong end.
I don't know.
Let's do another skip.
Yo, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
2008?
Is it one of the Tales games? Tales of
Couldn't be.
not Symphonia.
Because it's only 360.
Yeah, well, did they not have a exclusive? Let's just do Symphonia. It is in the Tales franchise.
Oh.
Which one was only on 360?
Like, truly, I feel like at this point, this is a certified wheat.
I like Vesperia.
Vesperia might be a good guess. Zillia 2, I remember came to PS3. I remember that box art.
This sounds cool. Symphonia.
Maybe there's just a Tales of this is the Xbox 360 version.
Tales of Xbox 360.
Exactly. Berseria, I think, was also PlayStation. You know,
There's too many. There's like this is where
let's go Vesperia. Let's lock it in. Hey!
Whoa!
Lights
Girls
on fire!
Holy shit! We found
I just thought
ourselves
that
a
sounded
secret
pretty.
weeb. All right, let's guess an angle. And then
Oh,
let's
that's
get to the
really
show.
why you didn't want to do more than 2 games.
Okay,
That's right.
The truth comes out.
I want to guess me one of them angles.
Where is it? There it is.
Okay, do that. And do this.
Okay.
All right. So we're in the hundreds, right?
No.
No.
I think it's an acute angle.
It is
Oh,
an
it's an
acute
acute.
angle. So less than 90 degrees.
Less than 90 degrees. Huh. Interesting. What do you think? This is 30?
I would say it's more than 30. More than 45 even.
Let's do 55.
Okay.
Because I was going to say 43.
It's more.
It's more. Okay.
I like Still Cannon's guess in the chat.
What, 75?
Yeah, I like that guess.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Oh, lower.
Damn.
74.
Damn.
73. Just kidding.
I mean, do I?
How many more guesses do we have?
This is the last one.
Oh, that's scary. Joe, you get the last guess.
74.
We just did 74.
Oh shit. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking for an email.
You are in La La Land.
77 degrees.
Joe, it's
Joe,
lower.
it's smaller than
Oh, it's-
74.
Oh, it's smaller than 74.
Wait,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
timestamping this. Where do we do that?
I don't know. My brain hurts. It's been a long day. It's lower than 70. 68.
There, timestamped
Justice.
it.
Fuck.
Are we going with Justice's guess is 68?
How do angles work? Yeah,
I mean,
68.
so Canada
I
says
mean, you have to do
69, it's
69 nice.
there.
Do 69
I feel
so
like
that we
they're
can
gonna.
go nice.
Fair enough. Yeah, 69.
64.
Ah,
nice.
not
Not
nice.
Not nice.
Okay, real quick. I have to show you the back of my hoodie.
Yeah.
Enhance. Kyle Stevenson,
Ooh.
how do we enhance?
Oh, it's the samurai.
Oh.
Now I'm a wizard.
Oh, there you go.
Looks sick.
Oh, that's dope. I have the
Or Palpatine.
windbreaker or the bomber jacket, but it don't fit me. That's a goal. That's a gold bomber jacket. But I can show you guys if you want.
Yes.
All right,
I have to replay this because I also had to play the DLC, but I forgot how to play. And it's too involved for me to just pick it back up again.
I realized 2 days ago, I was like, man, what do I want to play? I still got to beat Claire. And then I look at right in front of my TV. I just have the games that I recently bought just sitting there. I've got Tales of Kazan. No, Kazan the First Breaker. That looks pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I like it. Oh,
Yeah, there
that's
you go.
nice on the back and the samurai sleeve.
And then it's reversible. But it's like a European double XL, so it's like
Yeah. Is that insert coin?
Um
I love a good insert coin.
They're great.
no, but I think this was straight from their store, but
Oh.
zip it up all the way. Look at that.
Ah, nice.
Mm. That looks like the one that they gave out at E3 years
It
ago.
could be.
Yeah, was Joe at E3?
I could have been.
But I also like I saw this. I haven't played indie yet.
Oh yeah, you gotta play
Oh,
indie.
Go play it.
Just like I've said, just beat it first and then go back.
Yeah.
then go back for the platinum.
It's too many games. Not enough time.
All right. I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's do
Ready.
this show.
Ready.
Are we sure we're ready, Joe?
Yeah.
As ready as we're gonna be.
All right, here we go.
Why
Chat,
do
we
you say
will
it like
see
that?
you in 19 seconds.
Oh, wait, no longer. Greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 428 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by, the latest. Do it over. Kyle messed me up.
Rewind.
I missed my mouth when I took a sip of my drink, and I was happy I
Oh.
wasn't on the big screen.
I thought you were
That's why I
cracking
was
up at something I
laughing.
did.
No.
Oh, wait, no longer. Greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 428 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made for the latest, the greatest, and all things. I forgot what I said.
Joe, are
What do
you
I say
okay?
after PlayStation podcast?
Yep, that's
Oh,
what we
no.
are.
It's been a long week.
Okay.
This is the dream where you are forgetting your locker combo.
100%. Oh, wait, no longer. Greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 428 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where we chat about the latest and greatest in all things PlayStation each and every week. This week, we chat about what the hell is going on over at Bungie. Jade Raymond leaves the PlayStation studio behind Fair Games, in which she founded. PlayStation Stars is officially gone, and I have nowhere to put digital Shuhei figure, and so much more as we do it live each and every Wednesday night over on youtube.com/PS Trophy Room. You can watch me screw up the intro there. Alongside me, the greatest co-host, whoever is, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. How are you, sir?
I'm very tired. It's
Yeah,
been a
me too.
week.
It has been, right?
Yeah, it's been. I thought today was Friday at work today.
Dude, every day though has felt like, I don't know if it's just like the weather over here, but like every day has felt like a Monday, and I am losing my mind because it's like every other day is like a rainy day, and it's this whole season's been just, it's been botched because you get a promise of sunshine, and then you just get a week of rain, and it's just screwing up the mental health situation over here. It's just,
I can't wait for the
wild.
season finale. Let's move on.
Let's go.
I had to riot a little bit because in Rochester, the region that I'm in, it's been cold and rainy and 50. And then the one day where it's 80 and sunny, I'm flying on an airplane to California. And when I land in California, I'm like, that's okay. I'll be in California. When I land in California, 60 and rainy. I was so angry. I was so angry. Then I fly back home. It was nice and warm in California, cold and rainy at home. I'm like, what? Why?
It's like, could we just
I
get
just
one
need
good
the
day?
sunshine. I just need the
Oh,
sunshine.
my goodness. That said, gang, listen, we got a lot to talk about. So much to talk about. So much anger, I feel like, this week, and just PlayStation being weird, as it has been over the last year and a half. Before we get to that, though, there's a little bit. Yeah, Kyle Stevenson of the Trophy Room.
Did
you
you
have a question?
officially introduce Light on the episode?
I need no introduction.
She needs no introduction.
I know, but it's weird. I don't want it to be weird where it's like, hey, here's the co-host Kyle. Anyway, let's go on to
And
the
some
show.
dumb blonde.
No, it's the lightweight herself, Miss Teegan. How you doing?
Hello. I am great. I've had technology issues all week, and it's really putting me even extra behind schedule, and it's
Let me tell you, the last 5 minutes have been rough for me. I don't know how to start the show anymore. It's wild.
got a new monitor, and it threw everything out of whack.
Honestly, I
let's
moved the
bring that
set
to-
around, and it's just now I forgot how to podcast. That's what happened. So that said,
We should just remaster the show. Let's just do it. Let's charge
All
a
right,
$10 upgrade.
I mean, let's charge them $90 or whatever.
Sure.
You know,
'Cause,
like
you
good
know,
old
people will make it happen.
Randy. Good
If you
old
guys are big
Randy.
enough fans, you'll pay it.
Exactly. So if y'all don't know, there were some players that were concerned about Borderlands 4 being $80. And Randy Pitchford, the CEO of Gearbox and the lever of thumb drives over at the local Medieval Times, replied to their concerns via tweet saying, A, not my call, and B, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. My local game store had Starflight for the Sega Genesis for $80 in 1991. When I was just out of high school working with minimum wage at an ice cream parlor in Prismo Beach, I found a way to make it happen. Guys, tone deaf or tone deaf? what was your
Off, Randy?
It's just like, okay, he's not wrong. All right. He's not wrong, but you don't say it like that. You don't say it like that. What? It's tone deaf.
Yeah.
You understand that a lot of people are struggling right now. They just came out with 60% of the population in the United States is like, I don't know,
living
struggling
paycheck by paycheck
financially. And you're going to say that, like, I understand you don't make the calls. And he did say that, like, it's not my decision. You should have stopped there. You didn't have to keep going. You didn't have to make people feel guilty. And yes, sure, maybe they're making other choices. But right now, for a lot of those people, those other choices are dinner on the table. So I don't know, maybe shut up.
Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly. Like, this reads to me as somebody so out of touch. Like he's been in a place and we have issues with how Randy handles things, but
Yeah.
like he's in a place of power and privilege, and he makes a lot of money in his role. And I think he's forgotten what it's like back when he was a high schooler kid in 1991, and when he didn't have all these bills and crazy economic things going on. So like, it's just not the right place, not the right time, not the right message.
And I feel bad for all the devs and everybody else
Yeah.
working on it, because it seemed like, from an outsider's perspective, the hype was real for this game. Like, Borderlands fans were really excited. And now you're seeing people going in and review bombing the previous games. You're seeing people be like, well, now I'm not going to buy the game. And I believe them, to be honest. Like, those things, like review bombing previous games, is not okay. But because one person had to say something stupid and not let an actual PR trained person respond, or, you know, just for once not tweet, he has to potentially ruin the game for all the other people who worked really hard on it.
Yep. It reminds me, it's like the Lucille Bluth line in Arrested Development. It's like, how much is one banana? $10? It's like, dude, come on. Like, I understand people's concerns, but I don't think you should ever address them on social media. And like, you could be like, hey, listen, we hear your concerns. I'm not in charge of the pricing, but understand that like we hear you. That's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. But most importantly, you didn't need to say anything. So like, you know, the line of like, I don't know, listen, you're gonna find a way to make it happen. Sure, I like part of that's true, but on the other hand, it's like, yeah, but also like things are more expensive than ever. My student loans are more expensive than ever. Like, there's just a lot of things that like people have to be more cognizant of, especially in an age where your biggest competition is like either, you know, Fortnite or Call of Duty Warzone, and those things are free. And so like, you know, I understand in the age of like any PR is good PR. I don't think it's in this context. So like, this is one of those things. It annoys me because there are so many awesome people working on this game. Randy's not making this game. He's just charged of the studio. And he gets to it just undermines everyone's effort there of making that game. He honestly, Randy seems like the guy at work that never shuts the fuck up, that always like he wants to say something funny, but like nobody laughs. That's Randy. And I just, the essence of him, every time he talks, I'm like, why are you there? Like when he's talking over like the Borderlands like stream, it's like, dude, you're not the star here. Like put the fucking creative director on, put a developer on. Like
it's also, I don't know if either of you saw him continuing on with this whole thing. Devolver Digital retweeted him. It was like, hey, if you're going to be able to buy Mycopunk for you and 3 of your friends for the price of 1 copy of Borderlands 4, which Joe played at PAX East and had a great time with that game. It looks great. And then Randy today retweeted that with, Mycopunk is cheaper than a point of meth, probably has fewer side effects too. Like, go away, Randy. You're not helping
funny.
the situation, and you're trying to dunk on another game.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Like, what's going on here?
No,
And
Bro's not funny.
I think what he forgets is when he was in high school and he was paying $80 for his game for Sega Genesis, there are a lot fewer games coming out at that point. Now there are great games dropping every week, especially if you're in the indie scene. So you need to be more careful, because people really can make their dissent known with their wallets. They don't need to only save $8 for this game because it's the one game coming out for the next 3 months. Like, no, if I wait a week, there's going to be something else that's great that I can get. And then the week after that, there's going to be something else I can get, all, like Mycopunk said, all for the price of this one game. So maybe I'm going to wait until your game goes on sale.
And during that time, you could fill up your gas tank for what, $6-7 or something.
And it just
like
sucks because, I mean, we don't know yet. Obviously, it's not out, but like, people were really excited. The game could be really great, and he potentially is detracting people from trying it out because he's just so out of touch. Yeah.
It's just another reminder, right? This dude exists, and it's and it's a bummer how he still doesn't get it. Yeah, like I get it. It seems like because there was also like a Shuhei line as well. He's like $80 games actually pretty good value when you take a look.
Yeah.
And it's like that's still out of touch.
And
Things
to be fair, my issue with what Randy is saying is less with the price because it's not, this isn't new information. We see
Right.
other companies going more expensive, Nintendo and whatever. It's less that, it's more how he's choosing
Mhm.
to handle it.
Yeah. The
Because
wording.
yeah, unfortunately, $80 games seems to be what the standard thing is for everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just the way he went about talking about it is what I
Mhm.
have issue with. Because
It would have been so easy for him to say, unfortunately, that's not my say. That's not my call. I understand it's really hard, but I hope you'll be able to swing it or something like that. Like that's all he had to say. That's all he had
or
to
just
say.
literally just nothing. Creaky Legs sends in a $5 super chat, says
Yeah.
Randy dresses like a sleazy 70s car dealer. His only successful magic trick is whatever dark magic he uses to never get fired or demoted at Gearbox.
Listen, I saw one of those magic tricks live at PAX East for the Borderlands 3 panel. It's something else. Also, shout out to Jonathan Kelly here. I remember Soda's Pepperidge Farms back when I could fill my father's Astrovan for $10.
You want to know
Those
what's
were
crazy?
hilarious.
Talking about inflation and crazy prices right now.
Please.
When I was in college and addicted to soda, they would always have deals of 3 12-packs for $7. Now, I went to Target and I bought one 12-pack of Dr. Pepper over $8 for
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
When I was in
So-
college, I got three for like $7 or 3 for $10. And I
Yeah.
was like, woohoo.
It's like the thing that bothers me the most is like we understand the economics of it, right? But as we understand it, we don't have to be happy about it. We don't have to agree with it, nor do we have to buy it or interact with it. And I think when we see people say, "Oh, it's not that bad," if you look at them like the grand scheme of things, it's like, yeah, no, it's grand scheme of things, sure, but it's still more money that I theoretically shouldn't have to spend. Everything's getting more expensive, and it's just a shitty feeling. It's like it's kind of like taking shitty medicine, going, well, it could be better. It's like you don't have to remind me it could be more. That doesn't help me right now. Still tastes like shit. So I don't know. Not great wording. Didn't have to say anything. Shouldn't have said it. And also, people shouldn't be review bombing the game. That does not hurt
Right.
Randy
Oh, yeah, no.
Pitchford.
Right.
Literally only hurts the developers.
Mhm.
And that's what I hate when we see more of these stories of like CEO out of touch and then people respond in this way. It's like it's actually only hurting the people that are making this game. No matter what happens, Randy's going to be just fine.
Mhm.
And he's going to keep wearing really bad 70 suits. Yeah. Can't do anything about that. That said, a little bit of housekeeping. Of course, we got some merch BB. It's in the link in the description right here. Go support the show. And the reason why we look so good, sound so great, is because our amazing patrons over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. If we ever got you through a long car ride, a tough day at work, whatever your situation may be, we're just a team of 3. It really does help us out. If you can support us financially over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room, you get hours of bonus content, bonus shows, fun times with our after shows. For just a little of what is it? $1 a month is the entry point. And if you want to get shout outs on the show, you could be like our producers. Our newest ones are Lee Upper at the Upper 90 at the silver tier, Caleb at the platinum tier, our premium producers Todd Burowitz and Toxic, and of course K-Rock's Kiddo Cullen. I want to thank our platinum producers JC, Jedi Master End, Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Ryuko Kill 90, Stephen Flesh, Strubles and Bits, A. Aaron, Bertos Maximus, Tommy, Chris, Hybrid 74 at 8, Matt Valdez, Silken It, Decimine, Mitchell Gramling, Mike Thomas, The Enchanted Goat, our gold members, Cypher Primus, Doth Simon the Pie Man, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hide Indoors, Katie, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Marcus O'Neill, The Red Arrow, Ageless Hermit, Androsaur, Astronaut Jr., The Winter Gamer, Stingray X, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, Brenton Zachary, Final Fan, XZ. JD Dillinger, Stone Cold ET, Tino 6 Speed, N. Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Rick Arrington, Solo, Matthew King, the Overlord. Dewane Raksha, Drellish, Rick Davis, Steph Mildiner, Samuel Nestling, Maximum Carnage, Michael Hassett, Drug Prowlin Wolf, Manix Vizia, Jazz and Bren, Triss in Wonderland, Battered Haddock, and the Lord Commander Suddy. It's Patreon that keeps us going, keeps this show running, and we couldn't be here without you guys. That said, Kyle, before you read the channel members, you know what? I do really think I changed the setup like this week. It's a new set. It's a new whole look and vibe. That's what's really throwing me off. I now it's the situation where I'm podcasting now. It's throwing me off my groove, and I'm hoping I could get it back as we screw up the news. But Kyle Stevenson, take away our Patreon members. Sorry, YouTube members.
Nisa Hauer, the Kush Completionist, Pops Arcade, Shribbles of Bits, and Tommy.
Ooh-wee. Thank you all so much for supporting the show like you do. Again, couldn't be here without you. And if you want to support us, but you can't financially, that is no problem. Remember, like, sharing, subscribing over on YouTube, following us over on Apple Podcasts, liking the show 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify helps us out. And remember, we have a Death Stranding giveaway. We're going to announce the winner a week before the game comes out. Rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. Get you a chance and entered into our giveaway. If you already rated us 5 stars, just send me a copy of your 5-star review, like a screenshot, and we'll get you in there.
Are we bribing people for 5-star reviews?
Listen,
Welcome to the trophy room, Light.
Listen, there may or may not be a gun under this radio.
That's how they got me on the show too, guys. Bye.
Whoa.
We did not point a gun.
It was a
Right.
sword.
And if anything, it was the other way around. I bribed you guys.
There you go.
That's right. She was holding the gun.
Let me on the show.
All right.
You know that week I was out? It's because Light shot me. I wasn't.
Yeah, she said you made an example of him.
I made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Right. It's like, oh my God. See, I grazed him. I could do worse to you. I was like, oh, all right. All right, Kyle Stevenson, it's time to square up the news.
First bit of news comes to us from Wesley Pool at IGN. Sony live service woes continue as PlayStation executive Jade Raymond exits Fair Games developer after external tests sparked concern. Jade Raymond has left the Haven Studios, the Sony-owned developer behind online multiplayer shooter Fair Games, with the game reportedly delayed following an external test and yet another blow to PlayStation's live service ambition. According to Bloomberg, Raymond exited the company she founded several weeks after an external test of Fair Games apparently didn't go down well. The game was due out fall of 2025, but is now delayed to spring 2026. As Bloomberg put it, PlayStation leadership didn't give Haven staff a reason for her departure, but it came several weeks after an external test of Haven's first game, the online shooter Fair Games, according to people with knowledge of the matter. Some developers at Haven were concerned about how the game was received and its progress, said the people who asked not to be identified because they aren't authorized to speak publicly. Sony is sticking with Haven and Fair Games for now, with new co-studio heads Marie-Eve Danis and Pierre-Francois Sapinski in place. It's yet more trouble for Sony's embattled live service ambition, which now appears to be in full retreat. While Arrowhead's Helldivers 2 was a breakout hit, becoming the fastest-selling PlayStation Studios game of all time, with 12 million copies sold in just 12 weeks, Sony's other live service games were either canceled or suffered disastrous launches. Indeed, Sony's Concord is one of the biggest video game disasters in PlayStation history, lasting just a couple of weeks before it was brought offline amid eye-wateringly low player numbers. Sony later decided to kill the game entirely and shut its developer. The Concord flop came after Sony has already canceled Naughty Dog's The Last of Us multiplayer game, and earlier this year, Sony reportedly canceled 2 unannounced live service games, one a God of War title in development at Bluepoint, the other in the works of Days Gone developer Bend. Sony announced plans in February 2022 to launch more than 10 live service games by March 2026, later saying the push would bring games of different genres to different audiences. It's spent on studio buyouts as part of the drive, bringing Destiny developer Bungie, Jade Raymond's Haven Studios, and the now shuttered Firewalk Studios. But in 2023, Sony president Hiroki Totoki said the company was reviewing the 12 live service PlayStation games it had in the works and committed to launching only 6 of them by the end of the financial year 2025, meaning by the end of March 2026. Totoki said Sony was still working on when the other 6 live service games would come out, adding, quote, "It's not that we stick to certain titles, but for the gamers, quality should be the most important," end quote.
A lot to read, a hard read, a very shocking departure. Jade Raymond, a legendary producer over at Ubisoft and EA, produced various Assassin's Creed, got Motive off the ground from what if memory serves right.
Took part in Stadia too.
She was. And now Haven. I mean, she founded it, now she's left it. Kyle Stevenson, we've talked a lot about PlayStation's live service push, and how awful it has gone so far. I want to know what your immediate take of Jade leaving is. Yeah, take it away.
Do you want my joke answer first?
Go for it.
It really felt the way this was worded. And I for sure know it was a difficult decision. I'm not making light of it at all. But
Sure.
It sounded like she found out it wasn't good. And she's like, all right, I'm leaving now before I get in trouble. Like it was very much like, I'm washing my hands. See you later. Goodbye. I'm out.
Yeah.
I think this live service plan is done for. It has been done for, but this is just, I feel like, the final nail in the coffin of whatever Jimbo's plan was a waste of time and a waste of money and a waste of very talented developers' time.
Yeah.
It's a bummer. It just like, who knows? And again, that trailer I was just showing on the show, that's the only trailer we have. And that was from last year. And guess what? That sounds eerily like Concord, where we only had one trailer, and then all of a sudden it was out there, and look what happened. It's like the same steps are happening again, and I don't think we'll ever get to play fair games. I just don't.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of things at play here. I think Jade Raymond leaving is, I'm surprised that the game hasn't been outright canceled yet, to be truthful, because this isn't even the first major departure. I remember one of the founders left months into the project. It's just, there's just so many moving parts here. And we say legendary name Jade Raymond, it's almost like, it's a rough spot, because you have a prominent name in games of which they're tied to really great properties like Assassin's Creed and like Star Wars Battlefront and all that, but they haven't put out a game in nearly like 10-15 years. It's akin to oh my gosh, the writer of Uncharted. Why am I blanking on her name?
Amy
Hennig.
There you go.
Where it's like even her game has been met with a delay. And so seeing Jade leave hurts. It's just now that studio's future is in, there's just such a big question mark over it. Or maybe like a ... next to it, because now with, I think where she's stationed in Montreal, I remember there's huge was once huge tax breaks to make your games over in certain cities in Canada. Now that's completely gone. And so with her leaving, and what was once a hub of talent in Montreal is now also in limbo. I just don't see this studio. I don't see this game coming out. I don't see this studio pushing out this game. What say you, Light? as as someone who's probably just been reminded this game exists by this trailer, like I have,
Yeah.
do you see this game coming out next year? Because it apparently was supposed to come out in fall. Now it's spring 2026.
I don't know. I'm of two minds because on one hand, we're going to talk about Marathon next, but if they cancel this game and then Marathon is looking to be in deep water too, what happens? Like that's two studios potentially facing restructuring or I don't even know what. And two big games potentially not seeing the light of day right after Concord. That's oof. So do you launch it and hope for the best? Or do you just cancel it now and take the loss now? I don't know. I really don't know. Can they take the feedback from the people who played it and fix it? I don't know.
And even like, let's just say you can fix it, right? Let's just say a year and a half time buys you enough time to fix whatever may be ailing it. You're still then going, okay, let's assume we'll talk about Marathon in a sec. Marathon gets pushed to February of 2026 to work on that game. Then you're stuck between Marathon, your own competition is your own like first party studio, and then 2 months later, in May, you got or 3 months later in May, you got GTA 6. Like, where's the runway for this game to even be a success? And how much money are you going to lose by just truly by like putting this game out in the fall of 2026? I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what a good time to put this game out is because it doesn't seem like there's a window for this game to win. I don't know.
And I also wonder, did she leave because of the reception, or did she leave? Was like, there's probably more to it. There's always more to the story that we aren't privy to, but is this the game? Like, she founded the studio, correct? She was one of the studio founders.
Yeah.
Is this the game she thought her and her studio would want to create? Or were they led down this path of a style of a game because Sony was making a push for these styles of games? Because if it's the latter, I could see why you would leave, because it's like, this is not what I wanted my studio to be anyways. Now I had to make this game. It's not being received well. We're not going to get it off the ground. I don't know. I just wish I wish they would be transparent. Like, obviously they can't say, oh, she's leaving because she knows the game's not going to perform well. But I feel like with the lack of transparency, again, I say this all the time with Sony, with the lack of transparency, now all these stories are shooting off that maybe are non-stories, you know?
Right. I mean, that's a great I think the latter is probably the reason. It's like they were going for this live service push. Hey, Jade Raymond knows how to get studios up and running. She's worked on multiplayer games, like again, Motive with Battlefront, though I know it's like mostly vehicle combat or whatever. Worked on Assassin's Creed. She knows how to work with on big budget titles, but also get studios grown. So maybe she can create something here, and then it kind of snowballing into something that, I mean, even when she was like originally pitching the idea, it's like, we want to work on worlds and portals of new creative. It's all like generic, broad, like bullshit non-ideas, you know? I don't know, Kyle, what do you
I just pulled up the press release from when Haven Studios was bought in 2022.
Yeah.
It became a first party studio. This comes from Jim Ryan. The studio's focus on creating an original AAA multiplayer game will not only flex the power of PlayStation 5, but will further expand upon the diverse catalog of gaming experiences that can be found on PlayStation. We've had the privilege of working closely with the team at Haven Studios over the past year, and I've been extremely impressed with its growth and progress on its first project. It sounds to me like it was always going to be a live service game, and that's kind of what it was pitched as.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like, what type of game?
Yeah.
You know?
And what I'd be curious to know, like, do we know why people didn't like it when they played it?
Nope.
Because you still could have like, hey, we want this live service game, but then there's things that it's always the bottom line with money. So were they directed to, okay, no, we also, if you can make this live service game, but we want you to have this in it so that we can make more money, or we don't want you to do this, or, like, I know the Kush completionist made a good comment, like sometimes the devs need to take blame. And I totally agree with that.
Sure.
But I also know it comes down to, we want to make money. And I know that we have seen other developers say, hey, we wanted to make this game and we got pushed back from the top, like Dragon Age. They wanted to make Dragon Age live service game, and then that blew up, and they're like, oh, wait, no, we're not going to make this live service game. So like it comes from both sides. It's not just one side's fault. And I'm not trying to blame like Sony for this, obviously. But, there's more to the story is all I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And I wish we knew it.
and truly, like, I actually think you'd make a terrific point there, because it's like, well, why is this game coming out? It's like, well, because you probably took a whole bunch of tax like rebates out of the government of Canada. You take a look at like what is it, Skull and Bones? Like the reason why that game took so long to make, or the reason why that game came out at all, was because of the tax incentives out of I think Singapore, I believe, to make that game, or else they would have to pay the difference of the game. So it could be something like, hey, listen, this is going to be a rough one for us, but we literally have to get this out because it may cost us more not to. And it could be something along the lines of like, we need to lessen the scope of this thing and maybe put it back in the incubator. Like they have Blundell, one of the former Call of Duty guys, has an internal studio at PlayStation. It's now called Outlaw Games. And they were incubating an ideas. So sometimes even just hearing oh my god, the creator of BioShock, Ken Levine, talk about the creation of Judas and how it's been over 10 years. He's been able to make a game for 10 years because he has,
we also haven't seen more than one trailer for. What the hell? Come on.
Listen, I'm still waiting on that BioShock Vita game. What's happening, Ken? Where's that at?
We'll ask Ken one day. But he's able to do that because he has a team of less than like at a certain point in time, like a dozen. So like there could be multitude of reasons, but I think the one that makes the most sense is this game isn't coming together. They need something fast. And they don't, again, it could be something of terms of like, hey, listen, we may have to, it may cost us more to not put this game out to put this game out. And so,
but again, why would she leave now though? It's just weird.
Yeah.
Is it because you're not saving face by leaving now?
No.
It's just very weird timing.
Yeah. So was she asked to step down so they could change leadership and change the game?
Probably.
Or was she like, I don't know.
Like, is it to save reputation, save face? Or is it simply maybe we're reading too far into it going,
maybe it was just bad timing and she was planning on leaving anyways. And then it just,
I set this team up. Now they can go off and do their thing and I could go off do something else. But even then it just,
she's listening to all these podcasts and reading all these stories and she's like, no, I was always planning on leaving. It had nothing to do with that.
I was taking a trip. All right, Kyle Stevenson, let's I think more of this conversation happens with the next story because goddamn, there's more to this onion as we peel the layers.
Sammy Barker over at Push Square writes, in a news segment, identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Marathon makers' morale and
he reads everything. I love it.
Yeah, of course I do. Marathon makers' morale in tatters as art director forced to admit asset theft in ill-conceived live stream. It's not been a good week for Marathon maker Bungie, but then it feels like we type out that sentence every couple of months anyway. Forbes claims morale at the Washington-based outfit is in quote-unquote a free fall after it was accused of plagiarizing art assets earlier this week. To the studio's credit, it responded rapidly, admitting its errors and outlining the steps it's taking to rectify them. That alone would be bad enough, but then the firm forged ahead with an ill-conceived live stream where a visibly upset art director Joe Cross read out a statement while being berated by the chat. Quote, "It came to our attention that an artist who worked on Marathon in the early stages of pre-production took a number of graphic elements from a graphic designer without permission or acknowledgement and placed them on a decal sheet that was then checked in 2020. he said. The decal sheet included icons and text elements. These elements ended up in our alpha build, and there's absolutely no excuse for this oversight. And we are working on and 100% committed to our review process to ensure instances like this don't happen again on Marathon or at Bungie, end quote. The studio had been set to show off more of Marathon gameplay during the live stream, but because it couldn't guarantee any of the aforementioned offending assets would show up in the footage, it decided to postpone the showcase instead. Forbes, who's citing unnamed sources, says it's quote-unquote chaos at the developer right now, with many staff fearing the release will no longer be ready for its September 23rd launch, while it works to scrub the offending art. Of course, the game was already facing an uphill battle, with response to the alpha mixed at best, and Arc Raiders appearing to steal its thunder from out of nowhere. And then an update from Paul Tassi, speaking as part of a video in which he outlines all the problems facing the upcoming extraction shooter. He said that he heard the game, quote, needed to be in the top 5 of NPD sales for the year if it's going to be a success or considered a success, end quote.
Holy mother of God. Oh, man, where do I begin? First off, the whole this was an ex-employee, very nice cover. This is a company that has done this in the past. I think in 2 or 3 separate occasions have copied someone else's art. So while it's an ex-employee, sure, you still have done it, and that's no excuse. It bars them from like legal stuff being thrown at them. But a lot of people have pointed out that a lot of people at Bungie follow this person. And to go back to our good friends over at Easy Gaming, Travis said this, and it's something I agree with. So this could very well be where, you know, if a game doesn't have all of its assets, they'll tell you, hey, listen, there's some things, it's unfinished. There's some art that's not ours. It's here's like an idea board of what we're going for, and it's a ton of different vibes, right? And that could have been very well of like, hey, this is one of the references of many that they had for this game. But even if that's the case, how on God's green perfect earth does this happen? And I mean, Kyle, I'm gonna go to you on this. What do they do?
I think you can just stop at what?
Yeah.
Because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you might know more than I.
Sure.
4th time or around there that they've been accused of plagiarism or stealing something. So them saying that, like, oh, we're going to review our process to make sure it doesn't happen again. I'm sorry. Is that the same thing you said after the first time, the second time, the third time? What are the differences here? I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. How does this happen?
I don't know.
And I'm
lost.
It was a very poorly planned out statement. I would have disabled the chat completely.
Would you have done the live stream?
I would have done a pre-recorded video. I would have not have done the live stream.
What would the pre-recorded video say?
The same thing, a statement, but like hearing that he was getting upset with the chat scrolling through, that's the issue of him being in front of the camera live. It's just
Game Positive comes in. Not a super chat, but goddamn, it's beautiful. Jim Ryan will make me God. So one of the things in Marathon is like blank will make me God, and it's like loot, kills, or whatever, like all this stuff. It's supposed to be one of their marketing slogans. And the thing that was being blurted out in chat, and you just see the look of this guy's face, man. It's defeated. It's existential dread. All of it is plagiarism will make me God. Plagiarism will make me God. Plagiarism will make me God. And that it's okay. So after all the, oh my God, how can they do this? The personal element for me sets in of like, let's let's take Bungie at their word. Let's just say it is just a random ex-employee and not Joe Schmo. And this is this is his baby, and now he's just seeing it be berated, and his work and his team and his company and like all of that. God damn
Why?
it.
Why would they have him deliver that though? Because yes, it was his department, but he's not. It should have been someone. I don't know. I feel like it should have been someone higher up in the company who's used to dealing with PR crises,
Right?
not the head of the art. What was he the head of the art department? You said,
Yeah.
like
Lead artist,
not. That's not his scope. That's not what he's trained to deal with. Yes, it was his department. Yes, sure, under his umbrella of like probably he could have caught that shit. I don't know. But he should not be the one. I don't think delivering that.
Here's the wrinkle to that though. Like, he also follows this artist on social media.
Yeah, I don't.
Brutal.
But here's the thing: I'm not an artist, so I
Yeah.
guess if there's any artists, please kindly correct me in the chat.
Mhm.
But I feel like from the artists that I do follow, a lot of them follow each other for inspiration or whatever.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, I like your style. I want
Yeah.
to like twist that to be my own thing. So I guess I don't necessarily read into that too much, but you probably should have recognized the art if it was taken and you do follow that person. Like maybe it should have like
1,000,000%.
been like, does this look familiar? But also there's so many things coming across their desk for
Yes.
ideas, I'm sure. Like
I totally understand the idea
know.
of like having, for lack of a better word, like a mood board,
yeah.
like
Right.
getting an idea of kind of what you want the style and visuals to look like. But the fact that so many elements
Yeah.
are the same, it's just.
But so
Man,
does this
I don't know.
happen? I think it was Dewani
Mhm.
said this. Creating like an environment where your staff doesn't feel the need to steal. Like obviously it's wrong to steal. But I
Absolutely.
agree with what
Yeah.
Dewani said. You can't check every asset. You do need to at some point trust your employees. What causes an employee to just steal
Just rip
work?
it. Yeah.
Because is it the toxicity of your environment? Is it the speed with which you need to come up with the idea? Is like what causes that? Because you absolutely should not have done that. But what's the whole picture scope that led to that? Because I feel like if you're an artist, you typically don't want to steal ideas because that's why you're an artist,
Yeah.
right? Maybe I'm wrong in that, but like we're not AI. Typically, people go into art because they want to create art, not steal someone else's art. So I don't know. Like,
I mean,
the whole
Dewani
situation
said it.
sucks, man.
So, I think this is the comment here. They can't check every asset. You have to trust your staff and create an environment where employees don't feel the need they have to steal from others. That second party seems likely to be the problem. And I think a lot of people were also a lot of and this is the one problem with like it leads because then it's like the avalanche. It's like, hey, this one person says now that there was a toxic work environment. Hey, this one person says they were berated for having a bad idea, that they wouldn't allow PvE stuff in the game, and now people are saying like it's like avalanching of like, okay, now it's just a whole ton of negative shit
Yeah.
in this environment here, and it just seems like this project has gotten totally ahead of this team and ahead of Bungie, and it kind of seems like a bit of like high on their own supply, where they've been caught completely off guard. They really thought they had something here, and it seems like they might not. And it's I don't know, it's caught them just totally unaware. That said, Light, what do they do now? Like,
That was gonna be what I ask.
yeah,
Do
what
they
do?
so I don't know how like copyright law with art works. Could they, not that they'd want to, but could they pay the artist what the fee would have been? Like it's probably be a pretty penny, but could they pay like, hey, your art's already in here. We don't want to delay this game. What would it take to pay you for your idea? We clearly stole your idea. We're using it. what's your fee, that sort of thing. Then they don't have to change anything. Yes, it's going to put them further behind and they're going to have to make that up with sales or whatever, but then they don't have to change anything. They don't have to delay. Or do they go through and try to scrub everything and change everything? Now the game's delayed. Now you're also taking a hit on your money. Like, how does that work?
Kyle Stevenson, what say you? You're the PR guy. You've seen budgets and timelines. You know, you've seen timetables.
Sure.
What happens next? Do we see this game get delayed out of September? Is that just guaranteed at this point?
That is kind of like less of a PR thing and more of just a production publishing thing.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know what the answer here is. Of like, it's obviously bad. It's a bad look. I think they handled the response not in the best of ways.
Nope.
But they definitely need time to fix it and make good on what he said in that live stream. So that causes it to go further back. So be it. But now, like you said, when we talk about fair games, are we looking at a situation where we're going to have fair games and marathon around the same time?
Mm-hmm.
And a few months later, we get GTA 6, which everyone and their mother will be playing. Like,
right?
Which I think also will probably have an online component too. So, like, what do we do? Just terrible timing all around.
Can we have some good news from these studios, please?
Right?
Like, what? Stop making bad decisions, people.
we got one bit of bad news left. The night's not over.
The night is still young.
I mean, truly, here's what I think. Right? This, first off, Destiny still has their yearly update, which was received like questionably okay. I think if Destiny does not land this year, whatever the Star Wars cool thing that I like, and this new raid doesn't land the way that they wanted to, and this 2-year roadmap is not it. I think Destiny's in a big trouble. If this doesn't land, I think Bungie's in huge trouble. I see people going, listen, I don't want to buy this. I want to buy Destiny 3. They're like, I'm so
honestly,
done. I'm waiting for
same.
Right. It's like, so I feel like people are looking at this going, you're just chasing a trend, which I don't take that excuse as it being a good one. Cause like all games is constant iterations of previous ideas. So like, like Ultima Online, that's Diablo, World of Warcraft is EverQuest. So like, we've seen people do it out of the Blizzard space and people love Blizzard games. Right. So I just don't take that criticism at all. I think when people say that, I think it means it's uninspired and there's something missing. And I think with Arc Raiders coming out, it shows what's the missing component and the it factor that people are really wanting, which is, listen, you tell us all about this narrative. You have such a shaky track record with telling narrative stories. We don't kind of believe you there. And at the same exact time, like, where's the hook that keeps me engaged with this game? People still haven't gotten from the alpha. So if I'm Bungie, make a very long story short, I would come out with an apology video going, hey, listen, this is not how we wanted to share this game. Talk about how much this game means to everyone at Bungie and how much this game means to you, the audience of people that are waiting to play. We're going to totally rethink and go back to the drawing board of how we're launching this game, and we're going to do it with the community. We promised you we're going to do more tests with the community, and we're going to roll out mini play tests throughout this next year, and we're going to come back early 2026 and we're going to kill it. That's what I think you say if you're Bungie. And when it comes to the art, yeah, I'm with Light. You pay them whatever money that they want, going, we are so sorry. This is totally on us. And and literally it's one of those situations of like, how much is a banana? $10. Like, throw some cash at them, apologize upfront, and then just go, and we're taking the game down. Are you okay with this? Or sorry, taking the art down. Are you okay with this? Or would you like us to keep it and you could talk from there? Have good faith conversations with the community. Stop giving us this dumb live stream stuff and come out with an actual plan. Is it marathon doomed? Very well could be already. But I do think that we're in this plan stage of, or we're in this part of marathon right now, that there is still time that you can take this idea and make it work. You just need time, and that also means you need money, and that means, is Sony willing to give you the patience? And one must think their patience is running thin of like putting this game out. It's the conundrum. That said, Daddy Diwali writes in, just like you can too. If you head on over to the Trophy Room Discord, he writes, "Hey guys, can we all agree that Xbox dodged a bullet by not buying Bungie? Does this acquisition, along with the questionable decisions, change your view of Jim Ryan's performance over at PlayStation?" And I think he means the live service push. My views never change. I think Jim Ryan was a big dumb idiot and couldn't relate to people. Yeah, I think there was a bullet dodged by Xbox here, because they were supposedly talking to Bungie, and then something happened. I'll make this more PlayStation oriented, because Daddy was throwing astray. Light, was it a mistake to buy Bungie?
I don't think so. I think
You got some positivity.
I don't know. I never played a Bungie game. I don't think it was. I don't think it was. This is bad. Obviously, this is bad, and they're Bungie's struggling a little bit right now. But Bungie does have games that people love. Bungie does have a name that people know. So I think overall, no, not a bad decision. Is Xbox probably glad they're not the ones having to deal with this right now? Absolutely, they are. But I don't think overall this was a bad decision. If they can recover from this, I guess it's kind of a big if. If they can recover from this, I think the name of the studio has power.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can come back from it. I don't know.
I mean,
that's the best I got.
No, I don't think you're wrong. It's like only time will tell. The game still isn't out yet, and we don't know. I would lean towards it was a mistake right now, as seeing it as it is. Like, there's just been so much, mixed thoughts on Bungie over the last few years. But every time we're like, listen, no shade to Paul Tassi, but shade to Paul Tassi. The same guy that's like, oh, Helldivers is dead. This game, nobody's playing it anymore. And now, right now, we have the CEO of what is it? Arrowhead coming out going, it's highest engagement it's been in a very long time, like since launch. And so it's like, we say they're dead, we say it's doomsday until we actually see the game. And if the game is bad and it performs bad, then yes, this was a very bad decision. But if by the grace of God, they come out and this game is somehow a banger, they learn from all their mistakes and all that, then maybe not. I know, Kyle Stevenson, what say you? Am I trying to look at this glass like half full, or is it broken and on the floor?
I'm kind of with Light. I don't think it's a bad decision. Okay. We know they can make super high quality things. They just keep shooting themselves in the foot. And I think I might be singing a different tune if they were first party only. They are not. It's that weird technical thing of like they're still allowed to publish on other platforms and other ecosystems. That was part of the deal when they got brought on. So, but yeah, it's just bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. So my view on them right now is pretty low, but I don't think it's the end all be all yet.
Right. Yet.
We'll see how this goes, and if they do end up paying the artists, which I agree they need to do that like immediately, like post haste, like send that telegram money order now. Like,
Yeah, the money should have been wired a week ago. Yes, Light?
I will say too, now obviously this is a different type of game, but I'm wearing the Cyberpunk sweatshirt. So I am reminiscing when Cyberpunk launched. Obviously it was ugly and everyone was saying CDPR's lost our trust now. Like you were hearing all that bad stuff about CDPR. Right. They launched the game. They said, yeah, it needs work. And guess what? They put in the work post-launch. The game is now amazing. Everyone says it's amazing, even if it's not your cup of tea necessarily. Everyone loved the DLC. Everyone is super looking forward to the next Witcher game. So the same thing could still happen with this. If they can get Marathon out the door, even if it doesn't have the most amazing launch, they could still get it to be a game that people want to play. Because especially with a live service game, they're constantly doing rollouts and things like that anyways. New seasons, new this, new that. So basically every time it's, I don't know, it seems like almost a new game because it gets re-reviewed and all that stuff. So they could change the perspective and the tune down the road. They just need to get it out in a playable manner and then have a roadmap that says, here are the things we're going to do so people know what to expect. So I don't think it's the end of the world, but it is an uphill climb.
1,000,000%.
Hill's probably Everest, but I think
people climb Everest
all the time.
All the time. There's lots of dead bodies up there too.
Yeah.
People do make it up and down again. Okay.
Yeah. I believe the dead body of Concord is up there, but you know what? We'll get there.
It is up there.
Oh man, poor what was his name?
Wow.
Lizard Boy. God bless his heart, Lennox. But yeah, I you know what? That's a good perspective, because I think a lot of us, especially like, enthusiasts or just gamers in general, like we're very reactionary. We're very in the moment, and we don't think about games like Cyberpunk came out and it was in like real rough shape. I mean, Fallout 76, there was everybody's complaining about the nylon bag. Even The Witcher 3, I remember came off a little hot. Rainbow Six Siege, Game Positive says, also launched to a poor response and complete 180 after Ubisoft stuck with it. And that's the number one thing is like Bungie and PlayStation have to stick with this game.
Yes.
You're right. Listen, it's not the impossible task. There are very talented people working on this game. It could happen. They just need to be afforded the time and the patience. And that's really going to be the question. Does PlayStation have the time? Does PlayStation have the patience? I don't know. That said, before we switch to the next topic, Strubles and Bits right then. I got you. With a $20 super chat. Ooh-wee. Thank you, Stroobs. Look at that. Listen, Adobe, what is it, Creative Suite? $230 I'm trying to pay tonight instead of the $660. I'm trying to steal my brother's Gmail. Adobe, don't stop watching this.
Way to put it on a public show, Joe.
Listen, Adobe's charging an arm and a
your
leg.
email on your other computer.
God, this is Bungie live stream all over again. Stop saying things on the live.
Cheating Adobe will make me God. Cheating Adobe will make me God. Listen, $230 now. That's $210. So thank you so much, Stroops. Saving the show for the root tomorrow. But I miss y'all. Have a great show. You three always are the highlight of my work week. Since listening between stops, a show will take my whole shift to finish, which is fantastic. Thank you so much, Stroops. And then he comes back again with $5. Oh, and Kyle? My Tigers and your Mets in the World Series, rooting for both till they play each other. Sunglasses and
let's go Mets.
Sports.
Yeah.
Didn't know Tigers were a team.
Really?
Nope. Totally forgot till now.
Hey, but I am watching the Rocky movie, so I'm finally understanding more references, baby.
Well, now when you say the Rocky movie, is it Rocky or like Creed?
I just watched Rocky 4.
Okay.
Making progress.
You can stop with the Rocky movies now.
Yeah, you really.
Oh my God, my Patreon just got in a huge fight over do I stay or do I go? Do I keep watching?
You can go straight to Creed.
I'm not getting involved.
Straight to Creed.
Don't watch it.
Trust me. What's it? Michael B. Jordan and what's her name? Tessa Thompson, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just proud of myself because you know how I went to Sweden?
Yes.
Last year. Dolph Lundgren. I was like, he comes out
Oh.
on the screen, and I'm like, listen, that dude's a Swede. That dude's a Swede. I'm like, that's everyone I saw in Sweden. That's 99% of the population. He's just like more muscly. And so afterwards, I look up his actor. He's actually Swedish. I was so proud of myself. I was like, look at
Hell
me
yeah.
knowing shit because I actually travel.
And here I am going, you get to see Tessa and Jordan kiss in Creed. Wee. That said, all right, let's talk about one more bit of bad news, and then we'll talk about some good stuff. I promise.
You
Kyle
promised me,
Stevenson, take it
Joe.
away.
I can't take it anymore.
Honestly, I forgot what I wrote down. Maybe.
This
We better
is
make something up.
This
All
is
right.
less doom and gloom because we knew it was coming. But
Or
it's
did we
just-
know it was coming, Kyle?
I feel like we knew it was shutting down at some point.
At least
Anyways,
it's not studio related.
yes, it's
True.
not.
Okay.
It's a shutdown of something that was half baked and not realizing its full potential. Ed Nightingale at Eurogamer writes, Sony is ending its PlayStation Stars loyalty program ahead of the future evolution, whatever that means. Sony is ending its PlayStation Stars loyalty program in its current form after 3 years. The program first started in July 2022 and allowed players to earn reward points to be redeemed for PSN wallet funds and other products on the store. It became available in the UK later that year. However, Sony is now ending support for the program as it evaluates, quote, the types of activities our players respond best to, unquote, though it could return in some form in the future. From today, new members to the PlayStation Stars program will no longer be accepted, and if current members cancel, they won't be able to rejoin this version of the program. All earned points will be lost. Current PlayStation Stars members can still earn points and products until July 23rd. No new campaigns will be available after this time. This version of PlayStation Stars will fully end on November 2nd, 2026. Current members can still earn points until this time. Digital collectibles will still be accessible after these changes take place. Quote, since launching the program, we've learned a lot from evaluating the types of activities our players respond best to. And as a company, we were always evolving with player and industry trends, said the company on the PlayStation blog. Through this evaluation, we have decided to refocus our efforts and we'll be winding down the current version of PlayStation Stars. We will continue to evaluate our key findings from this program and are looking into ways to build upon these learnings, end quote.
Okay, so here's the fun thing about the Stars for half its life cycle, right? Or half its life. If you uploaded a code, let's just say I got a code for a game, right?
Yeah.
And lucky enough, get a review code. Very humbling, thank you. There was also, this is how half-baked the system was. It didn't know until literally like 6 months ago to not give me Stars points on it. So literally, I was getting Stars points by just like going like, hey, upload it. Like, for example, like Star Wars Outlaws gave me points. And I'm like, that was not I got a lot of free games, is what I'm saying, is that this reward system was not good in the sense of like, I think they're ending it because people saw there was way too many holes in it to get free stuff on the cheap, because that's definitely what I may have done.
Not even just that.
Cheating
The fact-
PlayStation Stars will make me God.
Not even just that. It's the like having to go on there and actually choose which one to take part in. Just have it automatically happen.
No, man.
And like the reward for buying a very expensive game is only 50 coins. What are we talking about here?
I don't know.
It
The
didn't match
conversion
up.
rate didn't make sense. And I
Didn't.
think that a lot of it was just like, dude, they're all just spending it on the free $5. No one's buying
1,000,000%.
the digital
I
shoe.
literally
Hey.
never used it because I didn't know what I was doing and paid no attention to it. But I will say I tried to redeem my Claire code that you got
Yeah.
me, Joe. It didn't work.
No?
So I have to buy Claire, which is fine. It's a great game. from
Wait,
what I've
Okay.
heard,
did you
so
use
I'm
the
gonna
one
buy it.
that I took?
I used the one that Joe resent after.
Oh.
It didn't work.
I'll-
It
I'll
said this
try
has
again.
already been redeemed. No, that's okay. I'll just buy it. It's fine.
All right, fair enough.
But
With your-
I was
with
like,
your Stars
sadness. I actually tried to download it.
But yeah, I this isn't the worst news. It's just, it is what it is. Like, it's just whatever. This reward system was bad to begin with. There was too many holes in it, and I hope whatever they come out with next is a lot better.
Let's focus on these digital collectibles and just like reward us with points fully.
Right. Nobody wants a fucking, I don't know, bobblehead of Jim Ryan. No one gives a shit. No. Nobody wants that.
I like the bobblehead impression. Like,
you know what? Or maybe we'll put it as a pin.
New merch idea? Can we all be bobbleheads?
Yes.
Yes. Let's do it.
We could do Funko Pops. Funko has the design. You can design 2 Funko Pops. I did that for Mr. Light with Baby Light and me. I designed Funko Pops with us, but we should do trophy room Funko Pops that we can show the people.
I love that. Okay, so aside from us making better merch than PlayStation stars, any final farewells, or we're kind of.
I mean, it did help me out a lot when there was a game I wanted, and I had enough coins to get some PSN funds. It came in clutch when that happened.
I asked people on the bluest of skies. Tyler Middler goes with the anyway.
That's my response. Okay. I literally never used it.
Punk Defied going to Summer Game Fest and IGN Live. They write, I got a few games for free, including Helldivers 2 by redeeming those weird star points. So it was cool, but the collectibles and the star levels were just meh. Delicious morsels, giving the Metal Gear Solid 3 salute. Rip. And then Savoy Prime writes, I was cool with getting those coins for the free vouchers, but didn't care about the NFT stuff. Again, it seems like people are just like, give me the $5.
and maybe this new version, now that they've tested out like the themes, maybe we'll get themes as rewards instead of like digital collectibles. That I could see that going over very much better.
I know I've talked about this a lot, but with my Xbox achievements, I used to love when I could redeem things for my little avatar, like my Dragonborn helmet for Skyrim, things like that. But if they could do that, so for games would unlock certain themes, like if you do this trophy, you can get a theme. That would be cool. I know that's a lot of work and that would never happen, but I like those little things.
Yeah. And so, sometimes I sometimes like whenever I do get them, emails of like, hey, congrats on platinuming this game.
Yeah.
That's
and then
fun.
You get the little card that you can unlock. Like,
it's always 4 months late, but it's neat nonetheless.
Hey, but you get it.
All right, listen, we gotta go fast. It's some flash news time. Oh my god. Helldivers Dev, we all ended that same time, I think. Maybe that was the inertia wearing off on me. Helldivers Dev self-funding next game. PlayStation not involved. This comes from Eddie McCouch over at GameSpot. Sorry, Eddie, I butchered your last name. Arrowhead Studios and PlayStation enjoyed a successful business relationship together with Helldivers 2, but the studio is self-funding its next game, with PlayStation not directly involved. Arrowhead boss Shams Jadrani said on Discord via Forbes that its next game is 100% funded by ourselves, so the studio will get to make all the key decisions about it. Arrowhead splitting up with PlayStation for its next game is not anything to do with PlayStation, he replied. The team at PlayStation is great, and the Helldivers 2 would not exist without PlayStation. We're opening to work with them again in the future. They are an incredible game/dev-oriented solid partners, and this is just me saying it like it is, not blowing smoke up their butts, but whatever Arrowhead, asses, he said. Whatever Arrowhead makes next will be the Swedish studio's 6th game, following Magica in 2011, Shadow Effect in 2013, Gauntlet in 2014, Helldivers 2015, Helldivers 2 in 2024. Helldivers 2 has been the biggest success the studio has seen so far. And of course, the latest update right now, dropping to its biggest concurrent since launch, and it looks fucking awesome. We're fighting in cities now, y'all.
It's cool that like this is on Super Earth, right?
Yep, we're fighting in Super Earth.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're fighting.
Will you guys play this with me? I didn't get to play the other Helldivers because my friend Aaron, shout out to Aaron, he was like, this is not a you game. But I was like, but I want to play it. And he's like, I'm not playing it with you. This is not a you game. Which was so mean.
Because he knows you're going to kill him.
Because he knows I'm going to not do well. No. He's like, I can't carry you through this game.
That's the fun of it, dude. It's like we all suck. It's all about the mistakes. It's like it's so much fun. Yeah, no, 100%. Let's play.
How
name
about
a day.
because it's the Memorial Day weekend for democracy? We should
Oh
all
my
hop
God.
in.
Oh,
Yes.
also, this is random when we can't stream
Yeah.
this together, but I want to know if anyone's played it. Has
Mm.
anyone played the new Quarantine Zone game where people
No.
come in and you have to decide if they've been bitten by zombies or not?
I've
and
seen
you have
it
to
on
look at the
TikTok.
clues? That's what I keep seeing on TikTok. I'm like, this game looks so fun. I gotta play it.
I'm just gonna shoot him in the head.
But that's what
Well,
you do if you think they're
that is an
infected. You
option.
shoot them.
Yeah,
It's like Papers, Please, but you got to figure out if they're actually infected or they're just a little sick.
Or it reminds me of like Mortuary Assistant, where you got to collect
Mhm.
all the things and like figure out. I like that shit.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
for democracy.
For democracy, and congratulations, Helldivers. I definitely think if there's two games that could go on other platforms in the future that's published by PlayStation, and 110% the Helldivers. I'm in for whatever next stupid game that they're gonna make, and I'm gonna be totally on board with. Kyle Stevenson, anything from you, sir? No,
Good job,
shaking his head?
Arrowhead.
Okay, fair enough.
Go
Well,
team.
listen, democracy will be there. I'll be dropping, saving.
Apologies to all the
Twitter.
veterans out there who are cringing at our salutes.
Well, yeah,
They're like,
it's
these nerds, cut it out.
just- disrespecting it. All right. We're gooning. We're just a gang that's gooning. Goon and Gang. Stellar Blade sequel announced out by 2027. One of the slides in the May 2025 PowerPoint is shared. The studio is working with Nikki, the Stellar Blade, and something project called Project Witches through 2027. Under the Stellar Blade tab, it has quote platform expansion and a quote sequel listed. The former could mean that Stellar Blade releasing to new consoles like the Switch 2 and Xbox Series consoles, in addition to the imminent PC version, which the latter, of course, a full follow-up to Eve's excellent debut. Listen. All right, I got my hands up. I enjoyed the hell out of this game. Platinum this game, and I'm excited for the sequel. And I can tell you for a fact, I just want I see Light's face. I just want to let you know, Light, I didn't goon. There was
Okay.
no gooning.
Okay.
I didn't.
Listen, this is a goon judgment-free zone, okay?
Right.
They wanted you to goon over her. Listen, you don't make a character that looks like that with outfits that look like that, and you don't want people to be thirsty. You don't have the sound effects she makes when she's sliding down a pole if you don't want your audience to be thirsty.
The reason why I'm
lots of
shaking my
goons? Like, yeah, I was thinking about gooning.
the reason
But I
I'm
didn't
shaking
goon.
my head is
Yes.
before Joe gets into it, he goes, "My hands are up here.
Nothing's happening below the deck.
Nothing's going on."
Hey, I see the trailer. I just want everybody to know I'm not gooning on the podcast. Okay. My hands will be
Oh
up here
my
for the
God.
entirety of this trailer. Listen, I'm excited for this game. Excited that it's gonna come to other consoles as well, supposedly. I think Switch 2 makes sense. A whole bunch of gooners on that platform. So yeah.
No, genuinely, I wanted to play Stellar Blade. I played. I got the code for free, so I tried like an hour of it, and I did have fun. But I just get I don't have the patience for games that are hard with bosses like that. Like I slugged my way through Bloodborne, and I loved it, but I will never play another game like that again.
That's
I
fair.
can't do it. I just can't do it.
I didn't have a great time with it myself. There's something weird with it.
Something weird
Was
with
it
the
moaning
dodging.
when she slid down the ladder?
Yeah, that's what it
Well,
was.
did she really moan while she slid?
Well, no, but there was a part where she was like swinging from bar to bar, and
Oh,
the
yeah, I
noises
know.
she was making. I looked at the camera and I was like, "Guys, those are moans. Those are listen." The bisexual in me, my heart was racing. Okay,
Right.
don't get me wrong. I was gooning to the moon, but it was not enough to keep me in the game.
Joe
Mr.
me
White
like, "Oh
loved it,
yeah,
though.
I know that. Yeah, I know exactly what she was wearing.
I replayed that over and over.
I opened up photo mode. I got real close."
Yeah. It sounded like, like, yeah, I get it.
Oh,
I didn't
But I
goon.
do know it's a
I
great
didn't
game. Like,
goon
I'm not
once.
pooping on the game. I know it's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
game. Mr. Light played it. He platinumed it. He loved it. He did
Did
say
he
there were a
goon?
lot of outfits that he did not like to wear, though, because they made him feel a little uncomfortable.
And
but-
that's so funny because like you guys' relationship, if there's and like there's no this is how outrageous the outfits are. It's like he was nervous that you would come in in the room. You know what I mean? Like you'd be like, babe, I can understand. I'm not doing it. Look where my hands are. You know, it's great.
Well, Baby Light likes to watch us play games sometimes before
okay.
bed. So he
Fair.
would he always had to wear the bear costume because that's what she wanted. She likes to pick out the outfit. She's always like, "Can I change the outfit?" And she always chose the bear costume. I was like, you know what? I'm good with that.
I love that. Yeah, I know. I put that outfit on for 5 seconds. You know, understood. I didn't goon. Sindula said,
Hands right
I
there.
had a pretty.
Oh my god, I just did that so hard I yanked my headphones out.
Sindula writes, I had a pretty good time. I meant good. Dang. All right, listen, there's
We
no
need to
gooning
move
with
on
this
before we
one.
get canceled.
That's right.
What are you talking? Like we
We're
changed
just gooning
on this show. Like your second episode a year.
It's only up from here.
Good times.
The worst time to drink. That was awful. I was fighting to keep that from going out my nose.
Oh no. Oh god. All right. Senua Saga, Hellblade 2 officially coming to PlayStation 5 this summer, Microsoft has announced. The PlayStation 5 version of the game will include new features that will come to PC and Xbox at the same time with a free patch. Though those details weren't, these weren't detailed. Jesus, I'm really off my game tonight. Senua Saga Hellblade 2 arrives optimized on PlayStation 5 and PS5 Pro Enhanced with added features, immersive haptic feedback, and for new ways to experience the award-winning and critically acclaimed next chapter of Senua's story, according to the PlayStation Store listing of the game. I saw one of the questions I did not get to put on here, but did any of you guys play the first Senua? And
I played both of them. Yes.
yeah, and I played the first game. I absolutely adored it.
Mhm.
Kyle Stevenson, you're shaking your head no. How dare you?
I didn't. I wanted to. I just never got around to it. Also, I've heard that you should play it with headphones, and I don't play games with headphones. So
Mm.
I feel
You don't
like I
have
need
to.
I know, but it enhances the experience.
It does.
So
It does.
I would need to pick up one of those in order for me to play it the way that I think I
Do you have
should.
surround sound? Okay, then yeah, you need headphones.
Yeah.
I will say the first game, there's one part with the headphones and it's completely pitch black. I need my mommy in the room for me. I was
It's
like,
not. Yeah,
one of
it's
those
not a
moments.
scary game, but it's trippy. The the whispering and the talking out the different ears. And I kept wanting to turn my head, like when you're in the this isn't a spoiler, but in the very beginning, you're like rowing in a canoe, and that's when you very first start to hear like all the different voices and stuff. And I was turning my head at first because I was like, I feel like there's somebody there. I feel like there's somebody behind me in the room, and
Yep.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm super excited for Senua Saga. I always say this, Ninja Theory is the best thing like coming out of Xbox. They're the best studio that they have. They're just so fucking good. They're so talented. So yeah, and I said it last year, like, listen, I will get this game when it comes to PlayStation, and lo and behold, it's here. I'm gonna get the platinum in this game too.
Yeah, I now have a timer of I need to play the first one before this hits PlayStation because I always wanted to. The visuals on 2 look insane.
Amazing. I reviewed it. This is one of like the very first game I reviewed.
Ooh.
And I reviewed it as like a must play if you have a chance to play it. Yes, it's short, but it's great. The way that they were seamlessly able to transition the cutscenes into the combat, like it was like you were playing through a movie, but in the best way. It was an art piece. This game is an art piece. Yes, there are some valid criticisms of it. It's not like the most, it's not a difficult combat system. It's, like none of the puzzles are incredibly challenging, but this game is art. Like when they say video games are art, this is a perfect example of that in the sound design, in just the way that like the graphics of it, the way that it looks, but also the way they like, there was this one fight scene where it was a cutscene then all of a sudden it's you, then all of a sudden it's a cutscene, then all of a sudden it's you in the fight. And it was just so seamlessly done. Amazing.
Not gonna lie, great commercial to get a PS5 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way this game looks, and it's really funny to me that another big selling point to get a Pro is a game from Microsoft Studios,
Mm-hmm.
which is awesome.
I mean, it's awesome. And Matt Piscatella on Blue Sky writes, 4 of the top 5 games and 5 of the top 7 best-selling games of the month on PlayStation platforms were published by Microsoft.
Hell yeah.
I mean, again, more of the strategy comes to light here, and they're killing it. And I get it. Like, there's some valid criticism. Only one of those games is developed in-house for Microsoft. We could pick, straws, whatever the fuck the term, but it's like, still is what they're doing, which is trying to be this platform that services any type of hardware that could play a game. And where games are getting more expensive, I can see the vision, and I don't hate it. So yeah, great on them. And listen, love Forza, love an indie, like, keep it coming. Starfield probably next with the
Gears.
I mean, Gears. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Joe.
Wait, when does Gears come out again for PlayStation?
August 26th.
Okay. Because
Let
that's
me
when I'm
tell
going
you
to replay it. I got to replay it.
I'm gonna carry Kyle Stevenson so hard. I want him to see how absolutely diabolical I am in this multiplayer, because it's only gonna take me a few rounds to really get the muscle memory down. And it being weird that it's not a DualSense.
Yeah.
And the crab walking is gonna be real. You're gonna be like, crab walking, what the hell does that mean? Oh, you'll learn. Oh, you'll
As
learn.
long as you don't mind carrying me again, because I need to get the ultra hard difficulty so I can get the platinum.
Oh, yeah, don't worry.
He looked like Jack Black then.
Also, Jeannie Love in chat goes, that's gonna be a busy week because MGS3 Delta is also that same week as Gears coming to PlayStation.
I mean,
It's crazy.
my body is ready. I will
And
take it.
going back to my earlier comment, there are so many games coming
Too
out.
many.
You can't piss off your user base because guess what? There's a million other things for them to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. Again, like I'm thinking, no one's that source. Like, I think totally after this is Starfield with whatever their big expansion's gonna be,
Mhm.
or like the anniversary of like that. We're already seeing PlayStation icons on the modded stuff, so it's like that's probably next, and then Halo, and
Yeah.
awesome. More people get to play awesome games.
I think they're easing us Xbox players into Halo because Halo's the one that I think will make people the most angry because it's like the Xbox
It's
IP.
the mascot. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think they're working their way in.
But as you
Quite-
can see, Master Chief helmet right there.
They have that
Question.
at Target right now, and I almost bought it.
Ooh. We got the Xbox showcase in a few weeks.
Mhm.
What is the next Xbox game that will be announced coming to PlayStation on that show? If they
Starfield.
do. That's what I think too.
Starfield, and I think for whatever Nintendo has, that's where they show Halo.
Sure.
All of it. Like, I think at SGF there's going to be a lot of stuff on the Nintendo Switch too. So, yeah. What say you like? What do you think next Xbox thing?
I think Starfield. Has the DLC come out yet for that?
There was
No.
one, right?
There's one more left. That's why I think there's
Okay.
going to be like a complete
Okay.
edition on PS5.
Yeah, I could see when the final DLC drops is when they're like, "Hey,
Yep.
get it on PlayStation."
Legit, I was gonna play it again. just like maybe last week. I was like, wait, PlayStation version. I could wait. I want to get that platinum.
I was
love
going to try to
Starfield.
get all the achievements, and then I had the same thought where I was like, I'd rather have the platinum
Yep.
because
And-
it's just more satisfying to have the platinum.
It's on my PC. Look at that.
Tins!
Huh?
Oh
The
my god.
PlayStation show.
That
What's going
remind-
on here?
Death Stranding controllers that go live tomorrow?
Oh,
Mr. Let's birthday's tomorrow, but I don't know if that goes live tomorrow.
hey.
I gotta look that up because I gotta make
Happy
sure I'm ready.
birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. Jeannie says, I'd say Fable if it
Oh
wasn't
my
delayed.
god, I forgot about Fable.
Jeannie.
Yes, the Death Stranding 2 DualSense pre-orders start tomorrow, May 22nd. Today,
Let's
if you're
go.
listening live on audio podcasts.
Also, Jeannie, don't trigger me by fill my heart full of hope. I would love Fable. Fable slaps so hard. Oh my god.
I've never played a Fable game. This is gonna be my first one, and I was so excited for it, and they keep freaking delaying it.
It's so good. Fable 1, it's probably all dated by now, whatever. But Run, I think it was like I killed everybody in like Goldshire or something like that. And then like I bought all the houses and I was making like infinite money from it. Pretty good, cool game. Pretty cool game. All right. Next on the list here. This one's for you, like, and myself now. It's The Witcher's 10th anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Happy
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
You got the links. My email, I just got the email saying my Siri
Let me see what else
chain.
I got.
Yeah. What's that? Oh, she should.
She's
oh,
getting
wait.
a prop.
She's getting a prop. Yeah, the Lynx necklace for The Witcher 4 is coming in the mail. Hopefully in the next few days I get it. Witcher 3 though, one of the greatest games ever made.
I need
can't
to
believe
platinum
made
it
this game.
still.
Ooh. Dude, that platinum is no joke.
I know. I only have I didn't finish one of the DLCs. But then I only have beating it on the hardest difficulty, which that's my weakness because I'm a lightweight gamer. I don't know if I can do that.
I mean, same. I don't know if I could do that at all.
I love The Witcher, but I'm not great at the combat. Like I struggle with the combat,
same.
which is kind of sad. But
No,
I don't know if I can do it.
It's hard. Like that combat's no joke. All right. Second to last piece of news here. Nothing really too major other than Neil Druckmann confirms involvement in a second unannounced Naughty Dog project. He's going to be producing it and he's taking a mentor role. Awesome. More Naughty Dog stuff. Love to see it. I'm hoping it's a new IP. Do you guys think it's a new IP or are they going back to Uncharted or Last of Us? What do you think, Light?
My gut says they're going back to something that they already have, especially since they're having a new IP that they're currently working on. I feel like they'd have new IP that they're working on and then something that's established already and kind of maybe go like that. You know what I mean?
I like that. Yeah.
But I don't know if it would be Uncharted or The Last of Us.
Oh, what say you, Kyle?
It'd be really weird to me if two of their next games are both brand new things. So
Okay.
I think one is definitely something. Don't think it's Uncharted. Could be Last of Us. But who knows?
Yeah. He's been making a lot of runs on the media circuit. I was listening to his Sacred Symbols interview where I think he spilled the beans on this project. Neil gets a lot of shit. And again, maybe it's just a good PR beats from him. But he does seem like a genuine dude that loves the craft.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate when people go, "Oh, he's so far up his ass." It's like, you never met the guy. Like, honestly, from everything I've heard from him, he seems like a pretty sweet dude. And giving folks an opportunity to study from a person that, listen, you could call him an auteur or whatever the hell, but like this is a guy that's made, what is it, 4 or 5 games, and you're getting that information from him, and you're getting his trials, his everything he's learned. That's really awesome to see people like Miyazaki saying like, "Hey, I want to pass down what I learned to other folks and pass the baton to someone else." That's really awesome. So, yeah, good on you, Neil. We need to see more of this. I want to see, the generational leaps of creative minds.
Yeah.
That's it, Kyle. This one's for you.
Yeah,
Liza
I added
P.
this.
Oh, sorry. Go for it, please.
It just said Liza P DLC previews went live. People got to play it. It looks incredible. Liza P is generally one of my favorite games ever made.
Hands up here, by the way.
What?
I'm not gooning.
Cool. I mean, look at that new sword with the 2 like pinwheels on it. Looks sick as hell.
That's dope.
It's generally one of my favorite games of the past 10 plus years. A great entry point for Souls players, and with this DLC, which we don't know when yet, I'm pretty sure we'll get an announcement during SGF. they're adding not only to the DLC but to the base game difficulty settings.
Nice.
So that's a really cool thing that they are doing. People who are on the outside looking in, like, I want to play Souls games, but they're too hard. They are actually adding it to it, and that means that more people will get a chance or try out this amazing video game, and more people I can geek out with over the post-credit scene, because it's mind-blowing. It's
I
one of
can't
my
wait.
favorite things in the world.
Yeah, I was playing through it, and I got to the point where I think this DLC is going to come into play, and I was like, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to wait for the DLC.
Oh, no,
So-
you can play through.
I can play through? Okay.
This
So
is
then-
this is, I think, before the events of the first game, I think.
Oh, okay. So maybe I'll go through New Game Plus in this.
Sure.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, very excited. This game is great, and the creative director is like, "Hey, when people put Bloodborne next to our name, it's an honor and a privilege." And I'm like, "God bless you, sir."
Like,
That is an angry kangaroo.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the other thing too. Like in the base game, you were fighting other puppets, and this one it takes place in the zoo, and
Oh
like
my
with
God, that's awesome.
mutated animals.
So
and
that's
stuff.
actually a kangaroo.
Yeah.
And a
What the
twaddle.
type of thing is that? It's a
Like
giraffe.
a dinosaur.
Yeah, Jesus.
But I'm
Christmas.
after these previews, I am
Ugh,
so
you guys are gonna
excited.
make me want to play this game, and I
Oh.
just said.
I know, like I know.
Ugh,
difficulty settings.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
there's difficulty settings on this one.
There's difficulty.
they're
settings.
adding
Don't
it with the DLC.
worry. Yeah, you
so-
got this. You got
Alright.
this.
I'm gonna play it. Mr. Light keeps telling me I need to play it too.
It's so good, and
I
you
see
could just
check
think
it out.
he's Timothy Chalamet. You know.
Chalamet. Chalamet.
Can I say I don't know why
Timothy-
everybody thinks he's hot. Everybody thinks he's hot.
Is he your
He's-
Florence Pugh?
For me,
No, for Joe.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like everyone
Like-
else thinks he's hot, but you don't.
Well, I'm straight, but like I don't. I like usually I could take a like if I'm taking a look at what's that.
I'm also straight, but I can admire a handsome
Well,
gentleman.
that's what I'm saying. It's like I could see a George Clooney and go, "Oh, that's a handsome man," right?
Mhm.
But like he just looks like a boy.
Timothy. There are some pictures where I'm like, oh yeah, he's fine, and there are some pictures
Oh,
I'm like,
Okay.
so it really just depends.
Is it when he's Lisa Nagaib or is it when he's you know, the musician guy?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan, yeah.
No, again, even within roles, it's I don't know if it's angles or I think, like you said,
Fair
like
enough.
sometimes he looks really young, and when he looks really young, I'm like, oh. But sometimes he just looks like he's got nice jaw structure,
the jaw
and good
structure,
angles,
okay.
and I'm like, oh, hello.
He's
Okay.
currently like the king of New York, because he is like courtside at the Knicks games,
Uh-huh.
and they're the playoff run, and he's like the biggest cheerleader right now.
Yeah, I
I
have
love
seen
that.
pictures of that.
Yeah.
But there's like Pedro Pascal or Florence Pugh. I look at both of them, and it doesn't matter what they're doing. I'm like, give me a
Sure.
fan. I'm,
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
overheating.
Yeah.
But he's not like that for me.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Listen, where was Pedro at? He was at the where was he at? He was showing the guns off.
Cans.
Yeah.
I don't know how you say it in France.
Yep, there you
Also,
go.
like,
Moment of silence.
Is he straight? Is he bi? What is he? Do we know?
You know, I don't know.
It doesn't matter because I'm married, but girls
sure.
gotta know.
Girls, girls gotta know she's got a shot.
I just need to know.
also, thank you for bringing that up. I want to shout out the HBO show's costume and makeup department. They did
Mhm.
such a great job of making Pedro Pascal look old in the show.
True.
And when he is now normal Pedro, he looks so much younger.
Can
Yeah.
you bring up Kyle? Can you bring up a picture of him with his little cut off sleeves?
I absolutely can.
Also,
We
I
need to
just
see your
realized
hands. We need to
I
see your
have
hands.
I have the same glasses as him. So
There
I
you
kind of
go.
want to post a picture on Instagram and tag him and be like, "Hey, twin."
Hashtag twinning. There you go.
Hashtag twin.
Let's see your hands. Let's see your hands. As Kyle's doing that, like anything you've been playing, I mean, you can't say the one thing. Anything else? You've been busy.
So I can't say what I was playing, but I was flown out to 2K in San Francisco and was able to play a game over there, which was
Mhm.
pretty cool. I can talk about that in June.
Okay.
But then in my own time, I've been playing Oblivion came out and I was literally so excited for Oblivion, but I've been playing Skyrim.
Love it.
Because I'm trying to get the platinum because I never got the platinum on it. But I did get to the point where I've basically gotten all but 2 achievements or trophies. And
She's distracted.
Yeah, sorry for throwing you off, like.
the noise you made after it.
he
The
is
grip that this man has,
daddy.
you know, I understand it. And he's just a good soul too.
But it's so funny because he's one of those. I love how I still have my hands up. He's one of those people where it's like, okay, if I didn't know his personality, I don't know if I would find him as hot as I do. But the personality makes him hot.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
I love how he I like real talk. I love how like he's showboating with his sister. You know,
Yes.
it's like awesome. I don't know.
Yeah.
He had like a really good speech too at
Mhm.
at the festival. He's just a good dude.
Mhm. He's just a good dude. But anyways, so I've got my last 2 trophies to reach level 50 and to get a perk up to 100. And then I only have 2 more DLCs, but I haven't actually played those 2 DLCs. So I think I might stream them because since I haven't played them before, it could make good content. So I'm kind of like stuck now because I want to.
Yeah.
I'm like, when I play those last 2 DLCs, I'll get the last 2 trophies. So I think I'm just gonna wait. But I
Yeah.
did like the homestead DLC where you have to build your houses and stuff, and I adopted a kid and I got all that done.
Yeah.
So now it's just the one where you go to Solstheim and the one where you become a vampire.
Oh,
A
vampire.
vampire.
Oh, is that where you fall in love with the vampire chick? But then she's like, I can't be with you. And then it's like soul, like that's where the soul crushing meme comes
I
from.
don't know.
News alike.
Do I get to romance a hot vampire? I'm married to Fungus.
Hands, where are they like?
Do that to my boy.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Jeannie Love writes, I love how he defends his trans sister being a trans woman myself. I know
Hell
he's
yes.
again just a tremendous human being. Like he's just
Yes.
Yeah.
And also his sister. Listen.
Gorgeous. Come on. And I love it because like there's like every single time it's like, look how gorgeous my sister is.
Always.
Like there's
He's
always
your biggest cheerleader. I love it.
I love that. Oh my gosh. The world's bleak. Let's just cheerlead some people, you know?
Mhm.
Goodness gracious. Kyle Stevenson, anything you want to shout out?
Nobody wants to
Anything
hear
you've
me
been
say
playing?
MLB the show again, but that's what I've been playing.
You're playing it again?
Yeah.
Kyle.
I know. First step is admitting I have a problem, and here is me saying I have a problem.
Well, you were saying you were in a game hole, so and that's your comfort food. So I get it.
Yep. I've just been too tired to go back to Claire.
Mhm.
But this weekend I gotta get back to Claire because I did do that one world boss in Claire. It's just a giant rock that keeps slamming on you for like 15, 20 times in a row.
Fair.
And I did nothing but parries, and I killed him in like 6 minutes. It was great. It's a good time. But yeah, I'll get out of it. What I think once the showcase airs tomorrow, I'll be free. I'll be able to enjoy, and like it's a 3-day weekend for me because we don't have to go into the office on Monday for Memorial Day. So
dang.
I'll do some gaming then.
I gotta be honest. I've been playing Mafia 1. I played a little bit. I want to do like a little review series leading up to Old Country. So I'm liking what I'm playing so far.
This is your first time playing it, right?
It's the first time playing it. It definitely feels like a PS3 game because it is. And I don't know how I feel about having to drive the speed limit, but again, very early on.
Yeah,
very early on.
It's great. It won't bother you. It won't bother you.
Okay. And then I've been playing the Fortnite Star Wars stuff. I'm trying to unlock Darth Jar Jar. I'm more than half the way there. Already unlocked Grievous, and I'm playing as the Emperor with Grogu Crocs on. So, game of the millennium.
I love that.
Yeah. But also, this is more of me just saying, yeah, I haven't really been playing anything either because I rearranged my whole room, threw me off for half this episode. But I've also been watching Andor, and you guys need to watch Andor. Even if
I
you
really
don't
do.
like Star Wars, you need to watch Andor. Kyle Stevenson, you know me. I don't cry often. I'm very stoic in nature. Episode 8 made me cry. The last episode, I was literally bawling in tears, both good tears and bad tears. This show made me feel things, and is the greatest show I've ever seen.
I've heard it's very fitting for our time. I'll just
very
leave it at
fitting
that.
for our time. They didn't even mean to do that, and there's some trigger warnings though, so it's it's ooh, man, I just want to throw a brick through a window. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's start the revolution. Woo!
I want to watch it, but I've said this before. I haven't watched any of the animated shows or really any of the shows, but I want to watch all of them in chronological order. So I can't watch it yet. I know that's a big undertaking.
Yeah.
But
first off, TZ writes, Joe usually only cries while playing on mouse and keyboard. That's correct. If you play with mouse and keyboard, you go to jail.
Everything at PAX is like, I can't play it. It's mouse and keyboard. I can't play it. It's mouse and keyboard.
Can't do it.
Meanwhile, I'm over here. I can't play it. They can't invert.
But
this comes out tomorrow, Cinderloo, Onimusha 2. Jesus.
Yep. But here's the thing, like they designed the show so you don't need to know Star Wars at all.
Yeah.
You don't need to watch anything before or after. There's no connection. Like the one thing they made clear that, like,
I'm with Light on this one.
You don't see the Emperor. You don't see Vader.
That's great because they rely too heavily on them.
Agreed.
My God, I'll give my non-spoiler review on the after show. How about that? Because I could gush about this for hours.
You were just
Can we also talk about the show I just finished watching in the after show? Can that be our post show?
Please, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
You were just talking about how you cried in Andor. My God, the Last of Us episode, weeping for an hour and a half.
I can't do it.
Weeping. I will also rant a little bit about that on the post show.
Yeah.
No
Everyone's like,
spoilers.
you have to watch it. I'm like, I can't do it to myself. I want to replay the second game. I can't do it to myself.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Hurts too much.
I'm not. It's too painful. I'm not emotionally stable enough for the pain.
The thing that messed me up more, Light, is they aired that episode on the eve of Jayla turning 14. And it gave me the same vibes that I had when I finished Walking Dead Season 1, Telltale's Walking Dead Season 1, with Lee and Clem's story.
Yeah.
Like
the people at the eye doctor know I have a YouTube channel and a bunch of them follow me. So when I had to go get my glasses fitted, I walked in and the guy was like, "Did you watch The Last of Us yet?" And I was like, "I'm not watching it." And he's like, "I need to talk to you." I'm like, "I'm not watching it."
I watch them afterwards. I don't care. Your next exam is free.
Also, it's so funny because I walk in. I'm sorry, this is tangent. I walk in and he goes, "You're very emotional." And there was another tech who didn't know that he subscribes to my channel and doesn't know anything about me. And she looks at him and she's like, "What did you just say to her?" Like, shout out to this lady for standing up to me. He's like, "Okay, that sounded really bad, but I subscribed to her YouTube channel." And then I laughed. I was like, "No, it's true. I'm very emotional."
But yeah, no, it's good shows are good shows.
Yeah.
Hot dang. Trans rights, human rights, you know it. All right. Kyle Stevenson.
Oh my God, I forgot to prep this part. Oh,
exactly.
No.
Are you guys holding on to something? Oh no, she's got the keychain. What do I got? I'm trying to buy Kyle a little bit of time. Oh, I know what I got. Ooh.
Stop it.
I got the chip clip from PAX. Thank you very much. Prepare the drop. Here are the latest steals and deals coming to the PlayStation storefront.
Vamp for a second, because that's the part that I forgot to prep.
Oh, right.
So I just realized for audio listeners, our props. I yelled at Kyle because he was holding up, what's his name? Jimbo?
It's Jimbo from Balatro.
Yep.
Shout out to Silkanet, who this was his birthday gift for me while we were at PAX.
He's creepy, and I don't like him. So put him away. If he is Ben Starr, that'd be a different story. Feel free to hold up Ben Starr.
Hey,
Um,
like,
Fair.
hey, like,
Where's your hands? Oh my god! I didn't expect that,
audio
to be
listeners,
honest.
you should go watch the podcast on the YouTube.
Again, if
Mhm.
Ben Starr wanted to do that, that'd be okay. And then Kyle, we did an unboxing, which I will edit at some point and share with you so we can post it, of a PlayStation blind box, and it was bad. But guess what? We got
bad.
chip clips. So Kyle
Got
was holding
chip
up one of his PlayStation chip clips, and I was holding up my new Siri necklace that CDPR / The Witcher released.
I
Information
can't
on
wait.
hand.
That has to be any minute. But if you got it, then maybe tomorrow my keychain comes in.
Yeah, I ordered it as soon as it dropped. I think I got it like last
Same.
week, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you got a
I got it a while ago.
CDPR. What
But
are you
also,
doing?
I'm waiting on a freaking PR package that was coming from Europe and got stuck in customs. And I was supposed to have gotten it already, and it's still not in. And it was cleared from customs like a week ago. I'm like, people, what is taking so long?
I also have a indie press kit that I was supposed to get. It has been sent to me and sent back by FedEx 5 separate times apparently, because they don't want to deliver to my house or my PO box.
Oh my god! Yeah, the guy emailed me. He's like,
I got a rock.
We're getting so excited.
Hell,
We're getting so excited for people to do their unboxings. The game comes out in 3 days. Like, I'm supposed to do this unboxing. Like, what the hell?
all right, I've got the games that are coming to PlayStation next week.
Go for it.
I don't have the videos prepped, so we're just gonna go with it.
Yeah, go.
Coming
with the flow.
to PS5 and PS4 on May. Oh, hold on. Did I
Oh my
miss
god,
one?
we're seeing Kyle mess up for the first time. This is
The
great.
first time? No, I mess up
first time.
all the time.
Have you seen me try to read this episode? It's rough.
On May 30th, Disney Illusion Island starring Mickey and Friends comes to PS5 and PS4. That was a Switch exclusive that is now
nice.
coming everywhere else.
There you
I
go.
heard
Look
good
into
things
that.
about it.
Sounds right up my alley.
Yeah. I think like the old school like Rayman platforming games.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, looks great. Here's a big one that I feels like it should be Joe and I's thing, but we're still on the fence about it. Elden Ring Night Rain comes out next week on May 30th. Who knows if I'm going to get it? I don't
Why?
know.
What happened there?
It just seems like an asset flip.
Oh.
I'm saying the weird thing out loud. I'm saying the thing everyone's too afraid to say. It doesn't seem like, I don't know.
I want to
Alright.
because I've been watching a lot of Elden Ring speedruns,
Right.
instead of playing games, and I want to hop back into Elden Ring. I just don't know how I feel about this concept of a Fortnite Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Is that the one where when we saw the trailer, it was like the 3 people playing together?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like
okay.
a boss rush roguelike type game.
Mhm.
And
It has its own like Fortnite storm.
yeah, it's like a circle that closes in, and none of it sounds like anything I want to do in Elden Ring.
Mhm.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Also, really hate what they did at PAX East, if I'm totally honest.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just a giant inflatable dome just showing a video. Like
Yeah.
if we got a chance to play it at PAX East, who knows? This might have been a day one for me next week.
Hey, I just want to shout out this comment. Jeannie Love writes, "This is my only second time watching. I already feel welcome. Thank you so much.
Yay!
thanks for
happy to
watching,
have you.
Jeannie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we love you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for stopping in. Oh my goodness.
I hope I didn't scare you away since this is my first week back on the show this behavior. I am the chaos.
We don't always need to preference where our hands are. Okay,
Yeah.
that is just this week's episode kind of thing.
That's right. That's right.
Sometimes we do chant penis though. That's my bad.
We definitely do.
Yeah.
On May 30th, F125 comes to PS5. I think so.
Uh-huh.
Or that got delayed. I don't know. We'll see. And
see.
Hypercharge Unboxed comes to PS5 and PS4. Joe, I feel like this one is up your alley. Are you familiar with this game?
Yes, the devs seem very sweet. I'd like to have them on. We'll see.
This is
Yeah.
the one where he plays the toys, right?
Yep.
I wanna
In
play
a
that
toy
one.
store, and it's like a
Yeah.
multiplayer Fortnite kind of thing. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's a
Ooh-wee.
shorter week because of the holiday here in the States. That's very aggressive, Joe. That was
Very aggressive.
Sorry.
very...
It's just
The
thinking of
angry
Ice Man.
salute.
It's just
Whoa,
thinking of
suck
Ice
at
Man.
it.
What's that?
Don't listen to them. It's always like that. Get out of here. What are you talking?
Where are
Listen,
your
guys,
hands,
join.
Steve? Love this community so goddamn much. All right, y'all. That's prepare the drop now. Sadly, it's the last segment, but our favorite segment of the show. It's time for the Sony Pony Express.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Jimbo with me at all times now, Late. I'm just letting you know.
No,
I'm gonna see you in LA, and it's just gonna be a.
Yeah, exactly. Fallen Myth writes in.
Yeah.
What is, in your opinion, the worst game ever made and why? I have such an easy answer to this one.
Go
It
for
was
it.
State of Emergency PS2 from Rockstar Games. I love GTA 3. I love Vice City. It's like, oh, new Rockstar game. State of Emergency is fucking trash, and I hate that game. I had to use all of my money that I earned from my very first job to buy that game, and unlike Randy, I wasn't making that much. Okay, so I wasted a lot on a game that I played 30 minutes of, and I threw it out the window because it was so terrible.
That's fair. That's fair. What say you, Light? What's the worst game you ever played in your life?
I don't know, but the most disappointing game. So I guess I'll call it the worst, even though it's definitely not objectively the worst, just the worst that I've played.
Sure.
Would be the one that I thought was going to be Left 4 Dead, but wasn't Left 4 Dead.
Oh, Back 4 Blood?
Back 4 Blood. That was really disappointing to me. And I played like 20 minutes of it and I was like, this sucks, man. And I turned it off and never played it again. I don't think objectively it's actually a bad game. Like there are definitely worse games out there in terms of review scores. But for me, that was the worst because I wanted it. I thought it was going to be Left 4 Dead and it just wasn't.
Two Worlds. Two Worlds sucked. I hate you, Two Worlds. It was another game that I spent a whole bunch of money on. Unlike Randy, I can't afford wacky suits from the 70s. So I spent my hard-earned monies on it. And then here's the kicker. Now it's coming back to me because it's such a bad memory. I didn't pick up Dragon Age, the original, because it looked like Two Worlds, if I remember correctly. So there was a big period of time. My first Dragon Age was 2. So there was a long period of time I didn't know what peak was because of Two Worlds. So go heck yourself.
Is this the one that was like threatened to, or it was no longer allowed to be on Xbox platforms, and like they took it off the game store?
I don't know.
And I ran to GameStop to go buy it because I thought it was like a rare thing.
That's a good idea.
Wait, what game is this? Because it actually looks like it'd be up my alley.
Two Worlds.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
It sucked.
Spaced
It
out.
sucked so bad.
But, in terms of reviews, wasn't that Balan Wonderworld? Balan Wonderworld one really bad?
So here's a Patreon show I would like to cook up. Right? An after show called Why Would You Make Me Play This? Where maybe you two or like we take turns every month playing a bad game. You don't need to beat it. You don't even need to get far.
I love that idea.
Look at this trash.
The game. This sucks.
This is the State of Emergency from Rockstar that I spent way too much money on when I was a kid because it was Rockstar. This is
you're
the
a
game.
Real fan.
This is the game. That's all you do.
All right.
It was terrible. I hate it.
I don't see it. All right. Kyle, what's the next question here on the list?
The next question comes to us from Tristan Wonderland. Hey guys, if you could have a character from video games teleport to you to hang with you for a day, who would it be and what would you do? Me and Clive Rosfield would be getting drunk playing video games and going bowling. Then I'd tell him respectively to have Jill DM me. He wouldn't even know what I was talking about, probably.
Come on, dude. Ada Wong, are you kidding me?
Everyone hands up.
No, man, I'm putting them down. I'm sorry.
That's where this is going.
Ada Wong, let me tell you something. What a gal. And listen, I would ask her respectfully. I'd say, hey, listen, teleported you here. Because you want fine spy, and I'd like to take you to a local Pizza Hut chain.
No.
Stop.
Joe.
Why was I going to say Pizza Hut too? Why are we on this thing? Wait,
Huh?
is that our ideal date, Pizza Hut?
I think we both goon linked.
Maybe you guys just read the same fan fiction and you don't know it.
Yeah. Are you on that same subreddit I'm on?
No, I'm just reading my fairy smut. That's all.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think Ada Wong, Joe, if you were to teleport her to you for a day, she'd be like, "Who are you?" and then go hide from you for the rest of the day.
She'd probably shoot me in the head.
Yeah.
She like, where did she probably torture me? She's like, where did you get the witchcraft?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. I'm in for it. Whatever the day holds.
This is a tough question.
Yeah.
Huh.
I have too many answers.
Same.
What's the first one that pops in your head like?
The first one that pops in my head was Geralt or Ciri,
Fair.
but also Arthur Morgan.
Okay.
I'd like to play dominoes with Arthur Morgan.
And maybe get him to a doctor. You know?
True.
That's true.
Um,
Modern medicine would cure that man.
Oh my God. Shout out to
Or-
Nisa for bringing back a memory. Do you guys remember Book It from our school time?
yes.
Where
I
you
was
would
a
read a book
queen.
and then you would get a sticker on the chart, and at the end you would get a free Pizza Hut coupon.
Yeah, I got
Really?
so many
Oh my
coupons.
God.
I got a
Yeah.
button. I had a special button
Same.
Huh.
because I read so many of those books. And
Absolutely.
guess what? I'm still reading like crazy now. It worked.
Hell yeah.
All right. All right.
And we also
Man.
had the Deer program. Drop
Mhm.
everything and read.
Yep.
Remember when they tried to do Dare?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're like, here's goggles to put on.
Listen, Dare
make-
worked. I was terrified of drugs.
Yeah.
That
I
scared
was like, give me the
shitless.
beer goggles. That's what I wanted. Put them on. Let's go.
Oh man. I'm with you, lad. I have too many answers. Like, yes, respectfully, Tifa, of course. Chloe Frazier, of course.
Ugh.
Hands all the way
Uh,
Joel telling him don't go golfing.
Exactly.
Come
But I think my answer might be Nathan Drake. On the off
Okay.
chance that we go on an adventure somewhere and he takes me out of this goddamn country.
You could play
Just for a
Crash
day.
Bandicoot together.
Yeah, exactly. You
Oh
know?
my god, that's nice. That's wholesome.
Yeah.
That's wholesome. I appreciate that.
I like how you say this wholesome after I give two very thirsty answers to start off.
I mean, anyone would say Tifa. You know, hands up. All right, what's the next question here on the list?
Funner one writes in, good day, trophy room trio or duo. You know what? Scratch that. Good day, trophy room heroes.
Hey, listen, this
Ooh.
time I wasn't here not because I was sick. It's
That's right.
improvement.
That is true.
She was on assignment.
That way,
In the
if there's two of you or four of you, it does not change the fact that you are the heroes of the show. An hour a week. You guys are awesome. We love you. My question for the Sony Pony Express. Yeehaw! Have you ever played a game and it's actually gave you real world skills? I was playing Grounded with my 6-year-old son. Grounded is basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the video game. It's a survival game where you're smaller than an ant. Your main resources are grass, dandelions, and pebbles. It's absolutely adorable. Oh, and at night you get hunted by a wolf spider as large as your TV. I'm considering getting a smaller TV. I screamed so loud I woke up the dead. A few days after playing the game, I was mowing the lawn and my little hero comes up to me with a stick, a rock, and 3 dandelions. It asked me to tie the dandelions together so he can make a hammer. Real life lessons for the win. That is
Stop,
so
that's the
adorable. Oh, Jesus. I'm going back a question. Yes, Karlak,
Oh, yeah.
Shadowheart. What are we doing here?
Hands up. What's up with this?
Duh.
Also, Jeannie, I looked up. Jeannie said Tifa, Fran from Final Fantasy
Oh.
12. I looked up Fran from Final Fantasy 12. I got a virus.
on, I
Okay,
gotta look
listen.
it up.
Hands
I
up,
gotta look it
Jeannie.
up.
Oh.
Hands up.
The hottest bunny lady you've ever done saw.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. I saw that. I saw that.
Okay.
Um,
Jeannie, you fit in well here.
hold on. Let's get back to the funner ones. Wholesome about their little hero
Yes,
asking to
yes.
build a hammer.
Mine's not nearly as cute, but I actually learned how to play dominoes really well because of Red Dead Redemption 2.
That's
There you
awesome.
go.
I actually learned how to play the drums because of Rock Band. I can actually put the drum track on the TV and play a real drum set along with the notes.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Even with like the foot
Yeah.
thing, the foot pedal.
Yeah.
I kind of know how to play poker now, or at least understand it. The concept. Balatra. So there you go. There you go.
Next lady
Jimbo.
goes, can you be this horny in real life? Who are you? Because I'm not actually this horny. Comes across that way for the show.
Dan's rushing to turn on his PS5, put on
Here's the
Stellar
thing,
Blade.
I think lots of people are attractive, but that's
Yeah.
that's the extent of it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Dan's
I bet, like, if you met
Final
Pedro in
Fantasy
real life, you're
12
like,
right
handshake.
now.
Yeah.
Dan's buying a cutoff shirt as we speak.
Listen, he pulled it off. Yeah, a great question, Funner One. I'm so sorry we derailed it with the thirst.
That's
Oh my God,
ador-
Teasy goes, it is Dan's birthday tomorrow.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right.
Uh,
Time for the second to last question.
Yeah, JMabs4177 writes in, I recently saw that the creator of Cyberpunk confirmed the next game will include a new location. How do you feel about this? Personally, I think there's still plenty left to explore in Night City to just keep the next game there. So I'm unsure about a new location. On top of this, if we do get a new city, what would you like to see out of it?
I mean, I'm kind of with you, Jay. Like, there's no need other than you want to make it bigger and more complex. But same exact time, I want to see what this rundown Chicago vibe that they're going for looks like. And I want to see them actually realize the city, because like Cyberpunk, as much as I love it, doesn't feel like what was promised at the launch, which was like, oh, these people have daily routines, this, that, and the other thing. So like it feels like a blueprint to a city rather than an actual city. So I want to see what they do with the PlayStation 6 tech at that time, by the time this game comes out. So yeah, Cyberpunk. I don't know. What say you like? What would you like to see from this new city?
I think I saw that they still are including Night City though, right? Or did I make that up?
I think so. Like they're like, hey, Night City's gonna always be here, but I'm thinking like, I don't know how they make it work, but
Yeah.
if the
I don't know.
narrative
I
makes
think
sense.
I get why like you would want to stay in Night City, because I agree there's definitely more you can do there, but I also understand from a story perspective why you would want to show more of the world at this point. You know what I mean? Like expand what's going on in other places. What are other places like? Because it's all about like the seediness and how it's all shiny, glossy, but it's not actually like that. So what are other areas like in relation to that?
And Jonathan Kelly writes, yeah, Night City is kind of based off the tabletop RPG. Yeah, so like something of their own creative vision. Let's go. Yeah. Last question. This is the one I should have put in the Xbox convo, but take it away, Kyle Stevenson.
Green Gorilla Gamer writes in, sup fam? Just
Sup?
wondering if the first Hellblade is worth a playthrough before this releases. Pretty insane, just a matter of time before Halo. Also, too bad about PlayStation Stars. All those digital collectibles just vanish into the void. LOL.
Ooh.
News on you. I took a screenshot, so they're always will be with me. Tired and stressed. Short one this week. Much love. God bless.
Thank you, sir.
Hope things get better, buddy.
Hellblade is totally worth the playthrough, and it's worth the plat. You could definitely plat this game easy. Also, Green Gorilla Gamer, not to put you on the spot, Kyle, he wants to know, are you going to the wedding or not?
Listen,
TikTok,
I
TikTok.
just got the DM an hour ago.
TikTok.
What are we what are we talking about here?
Come on. You know.
Way
But
to
yeah.
put him on the spot.
Yeah, unlike
No,
Bungie,
sorry.
I'm keeping my mouth shut. We're alive right now.
Well, I told him, listen, passport situation and
Well, I
the
don't need a
available
passport to go
time.
to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't.
You
Do you have
got
a
that-
need a
license?
I got the enhanced license, baby.
Oh, okay. Because you need like a real ID or a
Mhm.
passport now to.
Well, now you
Yes.
need real ID just to frickin' fly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Cool. Everything's great over here, Green Gorilla. So I would love to go.
Things
over
are definitely not all on fire.
Yeah.
Everything. Don't worry.
Listen, can you just invite me to your wedding and then I just stay forever
Just stay. Yeah.
Ixnay on
with
I
my
could stay in the
whole
basement.
family?
Yeah, come on.
Totally legally, of course.
Totally. You know, we're just hanging out for a prolonged period of time.
Forever. And maybe
Let's just make
As
a-
4
long
years.
as it takes.
Let's just make a base of operations there so we can get PlayStation codes.
There you go.
I mean, you could be
I'm
Canadian.
just saying, over in the UK, less creators over there, more opportunities.
That's true. Also, I could put on a Canadian accent like no
Oh,
problem.
boy. Let's shut this down now.
That was awful. Do not do that again. Go back to your goat.
Well, don't you know? Also, I just want there's a really nice email I would like to read. This one a week old. I want to apologize to Ben Velez who wrote in saying, "Hey, Mr. Badbit," and he made an MBB. Ooh, I like that. Just wanted to send you a feel good note in these dark times. I think you mentioned. Their writer in that had long COVID since November 2020. And it's changed their life. The last platforms that I've gamed on were the PS2 and the 360 before 2021, when I rejoined the modern age by getting a PlayStation 5, which has kept me very sane through living through a new chronic illness. As my sister-in-law also lives with a chronic illness, it's hard, it's difficult, and I hope you have the support that she's lucky enough to have, because not a lot of people do. So seriously, in this day and age, it sucks. She had to prove that she was, she had a disability last week, and she's like, her illness is invisible. So like you can't see it, but it's neurological, and it really sucks to have to go, yeah, I know, just because my arm's not in a cast doesn't mean it's not real. It's really annoying. So you're valid, my friend. I used to be one of the healthiest of my friends and peers until long COVID decimated it all. I just wanted to let you know that hearing you talk about having lost almost 100 pounds last week inspired me to get back in the gym, despite how hard it can be with long COVID. So thank you for the extreme and unintentional inspiration. I just figured, I figured it would feel good to know that you unintentionally echoed something good in the world with your own journey. See y'all. Hasta noche, Ben Velez. Thank you so much, Ben. Listen, man, it's been a journey. For me, it's hard. I had a terrible week. It's and you have good days, you have bad days. As long as you get back on the wagon, it don't matter. So it's awesome to see you out there crushing it. But don't push yourself too hard. Don't push yourself too hard. Know your limitations and just go with the flow, And thank you so much for the incredibly kind words. We're reminded that almost on a weekly basis now of just like folks coming up to us and like, like whether it's like Caleb with Cullen and saying like how much, our podcast means to him, and your words here. It's thank you. The impact that we have on folks, it's so humbling, and like words escape me constantly. Just thank you. Seriously. Thank you.
And also, you hopefully you're already doing this, but as someone who also has an invisible chronic illness, give yourself grace, because it's okay to have lots of bad days. It doesn't mean you are lazy or a bad person or anything like that. You got to do what your body is capable of doing. And every day that's going to be different. Every week that's going to be different. So remember to give yourself grace. If you can go to the gym a lot one week, awesome. If you can't go for a month, that's okay too.
Yeah.
Do what you can.
All right, y'all. That's been the trophy room this week. Ending on a nice note. It's good. It's inspiring. Kyle, anything you want to spotlight before you get out of here? I think there's something happening as this podcast goes live.
Just a little something.
Is there? I don't know. Who knows? If you're listening to this day of release on podcast services, head on over to 61indie.com/showcase. Go watch the 61 Indie Showcase, like Still Can, it says in chat right here now, 11:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've got PD's Play Now pre-show with some games that you can buy right now that we think are overlooked, and then another 40-something games in the main show. One of our best showcases to date. Lots of awesome games there, so please go check it out. Wishlist the games. There are some PlayStation games that show up there, so you should go check them out.
So come.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
I mean, come on.
Listen, we played Mike's little message during the pre-show.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to
Who
happen?
knows?
And then you can follow everything I do, Mr. Case, at pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Tell someone you love them. Have a great night. I love you very much, and I appreciate you.
T, is there anything you'd like to spotlight before you get on out of here?
Just my normal stuff. Follow me on Lightweight Gaming. It's been slow, but I did record a gaming video, so that'll be going up tomorrow. Also, more importantly, follow me over on Lightweight Reacting because I'm so close to 100K. I'm so close. So go follow me over there, please. Pretty please. Push it on top. Also, I've got some exciting content from my field assignment, and I will also be going to LA for some other content, SGF related.
That's right. So you were on assignment last week. Kyle will be on assignment the last week of May, and I'm down holding the fort. Just me. Just
show your hands.
I'm not kidding.
Are we all going to be gone on Wednesday besides Joe? I don't know when I'm flying out yet. Never mind.
I have to do a lot of packing because I got to leave after work on the Thursday before SGF, so I will not be there on the show that week.
Yep.
We'll
figure it out.
Sorry, Joe.
Listen, I'll figure it out. It's okay. I'll assemble the dream team. Don't know.
Whoa,
what the dream team's
hold
gonna
on
be.
a second. We are the dream team.
This is the plan
I'm
B.
gonna be here. What are you
dream
talking about?
That's true. Light may still be here, so it could just be.
Oh, I get it. It's the dream team without me. All right, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
That's right. That's right. It's the
Kyle
dynamic
is
duo.
the dream of the team. What are you talking about?
He is. So you can follow me over at Mr. Badbit on Blue Sky. You can follow the show over on youtube.com/PS Trophy Room. Hit like, share, subscribe. Really does help us out. Rate us 5 stars over on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Get yourself entered in for a chance to win Death Stranding 2. Ooh wee. Can't wait. I really can't. I'm so hyped for Death Stranding 2. It's kind of stupid how excited I am. I can't wait.
Can I add one more thing that is fitting
Please.
for this episode?
Yeah.
Apparently there was an interview with Nomura, who's the director of Final Fantasy VII remake and stuff.
Okay.
Apparently, this is on brand for the episode. Apparently, Sephiroth's sword changes in length.
Oh. If it's cold outside?
I don't know.
If he was in the pool?
So,
because that's real.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Hands up, everybody. Love you all. Keep it what's about you. Keep hunting and keep playing PlayStation. Have a good one, y'all.
I love you.